Okay, guys, thank you for allocating a little bit of your time. And yeah, today it's going to be me and Bruno joining the workshop. And effectively, this is how it's going to look like. Effectively, um, this is what it is. And there we go. So I just had to send something to Bruno real quick. And yeah, that's how it is, guys. And thank you for allocating a little bit of your time today. So we're going to be doing something. So what exactly are we doing? We are going to be showing you how we're building a talent agency and of course pet brand. And this is what we have. And basically the idea behind what we have a couple of we're going to cover a couple of things that we're going to be doing, ranging from Zapier automation and go high level automation and making things work and figuring out email and for now just kind of basic things to get Bruno up and running so he's ready and prepared for um, Freedom Fusion Flip workshop. So that's the idea, guys. That's the idea. And of course, guys, this is a very interesting opportunity for anybody who wants to learn. This is not taught anywhere in the world. It's not taught in college. This is a unique set of skills. And of course, Bruno and me, we're Ron Wells. We are here to help you guys and learn in the process. And right now, we're just gonna get Bruno up and running and set up. I'm gonna show him where to set up certain things, and he's just gonna take over from there. And yeah, let me just make sure that I'm live. And yeah, it looks like I am live. So there we go. Yeah. So let me just make sure that Bruno is aware. Okay, so workshop. Okay, workshop is live now. Feel free to say hi in the chat so I know you're in. Okay, cool. So the first thing first, Bruno, if you're here, this is what you want to do. You basically, once you log in into Freedom Fusion System, you want to jump into the automations section and get yourself updated with the, okay, get yourself updated with the actual page. So obviously there's going to be a little, let's see, where is it that you have this workshop? I think it's just workshop. Just going to search for workshop. And this is where I think you got to update your picture. So actually it's in sites. So this is in sites. And there we go. Workshop. I think this may be it. Are you seeing this, Bruno? Let me know in the comments. So this is no, this is Freedom Fusion Gain workshop. Let's do flip. Okay. Live chat not working. Okay, let me see. Learn more. Welcome to live. Learn more. Why is it not working? I see it's working. Other people are chatting, Bruno. Other people are chatting. Okay. So mindful living is your Bruno, is your name mindful living? Your name mindful living on Bruno on YouTube. Just confirming that it's you. Okay, so the first thing is this, Bruno. Effectively, you gotta update your profile. You gotta update. I can't text on TikTok for now. I have some other person joining. Her name is Bonnie. She signed up for Freedom Fusion Flip workshop, and we'll get to it in a second. Meanwhile, while I respond to her, I'm gonna go for a quick commercial break real quick.
Provided everything I need to finally have a balanced digital life that I always wanted. Plus, I can afford more travel now too.
2 more drinks, cause tonight I want it. A little context if you care to listen. I find myself in a shit position. The woman that I love set me down last night, and she told me that it's over, done decision. No, I don't wanna feel how my heart is ripping. In fact, I don't wanna feel, so I stick to sipping. And I'm out on the town with a simple mission. In my slim fit suit and this shit is sitting. I'm a heartbroken man, can't smile, won't dance in the back of the night. Tell the neighbors I'm sorry, it's a hotel party.
I'm hot year round, no 4 seasons. When we at the pool, fill it up with tequila. She don't take shots, but she just had 4. She ain't finna have a boyfriend no more. See, I'm outside and you gotta understand, I don't wanna see none of this on the gram. Sweet life like Zach and Cody. Baby, I don't leave home unless the bag is on me. It's hard to get any better when I'm in this mode. Elevated straight to the penthouse with the nice road. Late check out depending on how the night go. Neighbor got a noise complaint, that's the how it go.
ThreadStack provided everything.
I'm back. I was just responding real quick to this bougie boss person who. So the first thing, here's what you got to do, Bruno. Set up your profile, and we just have to find where is that you're going to be setting it up. I think it's in workshop, a workshop section. So let me just search for that. And yep. Okay, so I gotta be Freedom Fusion Path, Freedom Fusion, probably Freedom Fusion Track. Hold on, let me see. Track. So we have quite different feudal incubators over here, and it's for different kind of people to run them. So it could be, I think it's this one, Freedom Fusion Flip. So as you guys know, Bruno has his own Freedom Fusion Flip feudal incubator. He has his own Freedom Fusion Track feudal incubator, and Freedom Fusion Flip is the style of workshops that's carried over across all of the feudal incubators. So this is, Bruno, this is your sales page. Of course, you could modify it, add a little bit more content in it if you wanted to, or if whenever you are updating any kind of topics, you could include what you're going to be talking about over here. But it covers basically book appointment system, email nurturing campaign, that kind of stuff. Now, for you, what you want to do, you want to also update this page. I'm going to show you freedomfusionsystem.com app free workshop. So this is the page that you want. This is the picture you want to update over here, and you want to make it unique. Okay, so are you with me, Bruno? Let me know if you're in by responding in the chat, if it makes sense. And the best way to find this page is to just go through. Let's do this. Let's try to find this page. We're going to workshops. Workshop. So it's not this one. It could be maybe this one. Let's see. No. Although this one is another page for you as well, Bruno, that you want to also stay in control of. So technically you have 2 pages to stay in control of. This one and the other one. So this one, let me open that up for you as well. So this way you know exactly what you're managing, which pages. So this is when any side hustlers who wants to join your feudal incubator, they get to know more about your offering. So what you want to do, modify, put your picture over here, modify it for yourself, right? So remember, Freedom Fusion Flip is going to be for any kind of moms over 40 who are trying to figure out like how to build their feudal kingdom. This is where you create relationship. But this is your own Freedom Fusion Track feudal incubator. This is where you want to funnel them to. This is where if somebody wants to learn automations, you tell them, hey, I have a Freedom Fusion Track Feudal Incubator is happening every Saturday at 2 p.m. So the best way you could think of it is like this is the way. So let me do it. So you're basically gonna be spawning money from multiple ways. You're gonna be, hold on, let me just kind of give it to you like on a notepad, describe this, and then we're good to go. We'll proceed on the next thing. Oh my God, I shouldn't have opened notepad. I have like 1,000 notepads opened up. So hold on, let me just change that. Okay. So I'm quickly doing this. And of course, Bruno, you also want to set up OBS. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of give you the mind map real quick. So you're gonna have this thing. So you're gonna have Freedom Fusion track, Bruno, 2 p.m. Freedom Fusion flip, Bruno, 1 to 1:30 p.m. Right. So over here, essentially, you're gonna have two different pages. You have three different pages. So let me kind of explain from the beginning. Basically, you're going to be spawning money from a couple of things. This is going to be for anyone who wants to build their own, anyone who wants to build their own business. So this is where you're showing, this is the Freedom Fusion flip. This is where you're showing how to build a luxury brand and either keep it or flip it. Keep it or flip it. So this is the whole objective. Now, part of it, you're going to be part of that workshop. What you want to be doing, you want to be telling them, oh, did you know we have our Freedom Fusion System CRM that can help you build a business and we could help you set it up. So you're going to be basically telling them, done for you, Freedom Fusion System CRM. That's what you, and basically in the process of describing building a business, you're going to be showing and explaining how fire the system is and we could help you set it up. If they say, no, I already have my own system, but I would love to have some automations, then you would also do done for you. You would offer Freedom Fusion automations. That's basically what you would be offering, right? Inside of those Freedom Fusion flip. And then they're going to say, well, what do you do? Like, how do you grow a brand? How do you build a luxury pet brand? What you want to be doing them, you want to be telling them, okay, we'll have a couple of feudal incubators. So you want to introduce them feudal incubators. So you want to introduce feudal incubators. That's going to be, they're going to say, what kind of feudal incubators? And then, of course, you're going to tell them, we have Freedom Fusion content, we have Freedom Fusion digital, Fusion digital. You're going to be showing that stuff to them, okay? Freedom Fusion gain, Freedom Fusion check. The one that you're running, Bruno, the one that you're running is this one. And of course, there's another one that you're going to be running, which is this one. So you have two feudal incubators to spawn money from. Those people who are going to come in into Freedom Fusion Flip workshop going to be signing up for those feudal incubators. And some of them may say, well, I don't really want any feudal incubators. I just want you to build everything for me, right? And of course, then you'd say, okay, jump on a call, jump on intro call. So this one essentially should lead to intro call. You basically send them to the intro call. And if they say, oh yeah, I want Freedom Fusion System CRM, that should also funnel them to intro call. Okay, so you're sending them to both intro calls, and then they obviously go in onto this page over here, freedomfusionsystem.com, and they scroll further down over here, and they book a call change their book a call with Luca to book a call with Bruno, and and remove this link, Bruno. So remove this link over here, book a call with, instead of book a call with Luca, put your picture over here and put a book a call with, like for now, keep the picture of Luca, but remove the link over here, put book a call with Bruno, okay? Actually, I'll just put like book a call, that's it, and then make sure that link goes into here. So in simple words, so people don't get confused, because Luca is no longer with us, but Bruno is. So, but basically what you want to do, you want to take them to this page, right? And have them basically fill out everything on this form, okay? So what's a feudal incubator? So feudal incubator is different. It's a coaching program. And of course, what you have, you can offer those. So definitely learn more about feudal incubators, Bruno. The more details are in here. Let me show you. Let me take you here. Meeting scheduled. More details are in here. So, for example, this feudal incubator. So Freedom Fusion Flip is like a AI and automation coaching for program for moms, right? So you go here and it loads the page. So what you want to do, Feudal Incubator is a coaching program, and you're running the Freedom Fusion track Feudal Incubator, but Freedom Fusion Flip is like a central way for us to, it's like a workshop across all of the coaching programs. You could think of it this way. That's the best way. There is no such thing as a Feudal Incubator track. There is a Freedom Fusion track, right? So over here, what you have is, this is what moms over 40 are going to be looking at. They're going to be looking at this, and they're going to be like, oh, this is Bruno. Okay, let me go ahead and save my seat with Bruno, and then they scroll further down. I want to reserve my spot. Boom. Okay. So they want to reserve the spot. Boom. They fill out everything, and we get notification. What kind of notification? We get automation that's going to kick in. What kind of automation? The one that is going to send a Slack message over here is going to look like this, and then it's going to show this. And then what you want to do, you want to click on those links, so this way you could learn how to explain all of those parts to Bougie Boss moms. So when you click on this link, effectively you're going to be explaining to moms over 40 during the introduction call, like, okay, how it works. So basically when they're going to say, okay, well, why should I join Feudal Incubator? You'll explain to them, well, once you join Feudal Incubator, you're going to join, you're going to learn all of the stuff over here. You're going to go through intro call. You're going to, basically what you're going to do, you're going to introduce yourself, your role in the company. You're going to mention how pleased you are to have the opportunity to discuss your service with them. You basically go take them through entire intro call, and the whole thing is described over here, the whole process of what you're going to be covering on intro call, because Freedom Fusion Flip workshop is designed to get them in, and where you kind of describe what we do, show what we do, but the actual Feudal Incubator is different. It's a coaching program, right? That's how you're going to make money. And yeah, let me know if you have any other questions, Bruno. Is this clear? Do you know now where to modify the picture, Bruno? So we go here. So once again, money coming in here, money coming in here. And also, if you're not sure what is a Feudal Incubator, go on my Buy My Coffee page. Go here, and buy that link for the Fusion system, and go through Buy Me a Coffee page and read through the articles on here. It talks about what the Feudal Incubators are. Okay, so just quickly go through that, and you're going to be able to get on board quickly and understand what's going on. So that's the idea. Now going back to the picture. So definitely modify this. You want to include the automation over here. This is a mobile version, but this is your feudal incubator. If you wanted to make it stronger, if you feel like you want to do something more better on this page, feel free to do so. If you wanted to include some other videos from YouTube, definitely do that. Remove Luca, include yourself in here, Bruno. And then of course you want to set up when people are going to be joining you, they're going to be like, okay, I want to learn from Bruno. I want to join Freedom Fusion Track. So they're going to join Freedom Fusion Flip. They're going to be like, Bruno has his own feudal incubator where he teaches people AI automations. Okay, what does that look like? Oh, this is what it looks like over here. So on a call, on a Freedom Fusion Flip workshop, you want to be sitting there and you want to be like explaining to them. The best way to do it, you want to kind of like jump in on the page. If I was you, I'd have like this page bookmarked and basically just like have it scrolled and gradually show it to them. So I'm going to go ahead and make it easier for you. I'm going to include it right here. So this way you are showing it to them. And of course, Bruno, keep something in mind. This is one of the spot. I will have to replay. Yeah, for sure. You have to replay. And now let me show you where you modify the actual feudal incubator. So the Freedom Fusion Flip. Okay, so there's this Freedom Fusion Flip, this one, right? I'm just gonna kind of remove this thing and I'm just gonna put it here and let me find you the site for Freedom Fusion Flip. Okay, let's go ahead and find it and we're gonna go here. Remember, all of them are being like the best way I could describe to you what is happening, Bruno. You see this buy link? So the funnel is like this. Let me just kind of make it easier for you, like how we're getting customers. So this way you understand all this. Yeah, so let's do this. And this one is at 2 p.m. Bruno at 2 p.m. So keep something in mind when you're getting those moms over 40 talking, when you're going to be talking about Freedom Fusion Flip, you're going to be saying, oh, yeah, we're building a brand. Check this out. This is what we do. You're also going to introduce them to different types of feudal incubators, including your own Freedom Fusion Track. Now, for now, with also Freedom Fusion content, this is also, let's try to pick a time that best fits you, Bruno, for Freedom Fusion content. This is another feudal incubator, additional stream of revenue for you to spawn money from, but this is for TikTok Shop dropshipping. So this is for both TikTok Shop dropshipping. It has multiple components. It has TikTok Shop dropshipping. So basically, whatever we do for luxury brand, whatever we're doing for luxury brand, luxury pet brand, whatever it is you're doing now, where you're finding suppliers, where you figuring out all those details, and yeah, definitely this is the TikTok Shop dropshipping feudal incubator. This is what you want to show. This is the PowerPoint you want to be showing to them when you're running that. Let me go ahead and show you. So when they ask, what is this TikTok Shop dropshipping? You're going to show them this presentation. I'll forward you that presentation. Make sure you have it. But basically, you're going to be doing this. You're going to be running this presentation like this. And you're going to be talking. You're going to be saying things like, hey guys, I wanted to talk about TikTok Shop dropshipping, an incredible business model that me and Ron Wells started baking for moms over 40 seeking to finally become their own brand owners, the feudal lords. Our talent agency, Freedom Fusion System, have explicitly designed a complete program from zero to hero for any moms over 40 seeking to build something of their own and finally start making money without sacrificing anything else and just working with pets, cats, kids, and dogs and selling products on TikTok Shop, finding viral products and reselling them. This is how it works. Here's you, the bougie boss mom over 40. Right here, this is, let me just whip out a laser pointer real quick. And of course, you want to whip out a laser point, Bruno, and kind of hit him with a laser point. Notice how I'm using laser pointer and using effects, introducing effects while still holding the laser pointer, right? So you want to be kind of doing the same thing and start building the story. So why hybrid TikTok dropshipping for moms over 40 makes sense. So what you're going to be doing, uh, you want to be pressing with the left hand and right hand, those elements. And you're going to be telling the stories. Here's the past mom. Here's the present mom. Here's the future mom. So here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to essentially what this our feudal incubator, what allows moms over 40 do, it allows them learn from their past digital experiences and morph those experiences into physical products. Then apply those hybrid TikTok dropshipping model, the one that we show you right here in this feudal incubator, to find viral products. Then systemize them and resell them for profits, then rinse and repeat, then flip it or keep it. So this way you get to build your mom's feudal kingdom, and that feudal kingdom happens to be hybrid TikTok shop business model. So notice how like I kept going back and forth. Now there's another slide, right? So you quickly go in another slide, quickly cover those kind of things and say why it makes sense for moms over 40. Well, for the longest time, me and Ron Wells were thinking for how we could help moms over 40 become the next wave of mom creators, become your own bougie boss moms, the next wave of creators who have their own brand and understand the margins and know how to create content. And this is the reason why we decided to build this program. We wanted to make sure that you're more than just a digital mom. We wanted to show you how to morph those digital experiences from the past into the physical realm for greater profits, leading you to generate multiple income streams from digital and physical product sales. Grow your feudal kingdom with Freedom Fusion System. Build your business faster. And our talent agency plus the community support can make this happen for you. We can help you discover your future you, just like you see on this timeline, where you start off with as a past mom, and gradually, as you become the future mom, you start increasing the business value and the other skills that you learn across within the feudal incubator. Will help you run your entire feudal kingdom, small business in a single platform called Freedom Fusion System CRM. This is where you get to introduce, Bruno, some of those things like a Freedom Fusion System CRM, because it's at the end of the day we want to make some sales as well and help them, because essentially it works for us, it brings leads. This is why I love this system so much, and your goal is to introduce them to the system, but also in context of showing the actual business model and how we're building everything. That's basically the idea. That's what you're going to be describing, Bruno, and then you're going to be jumping in and talking about how exactly does feudal incubator work, and what can we do for small business companies. And this is where you start off with, once again, you hitting the button, hitting the keyboard with the right corner, and then those elements start kicking in. So you say, look, here's what we do. We help moms pre-launch, launch, and post-launch their products while providing continuing research, systemization, and scaling expertise for any moms over 40, while helping them thread stack their way through entire process of growing their feudal kingdom. So that's the idea, Bruno. And then over here, you kind of want to describe what can a Freedom Fusion system do for small business companies, and then you basically you may want to rehearse this, go through a couple of slides. And remember, your goal is not to cover all the slides, because there's all those slides. You could quickly skim through like some of those slides, but you may want to like quickly understand what they are, quickly kind of see what they are. So this way, when somebody asks questions, how do I start? You could be like, oh, this is step 1, step 2, step 3, and you kind of show them. So basically, remember, at the end of the day, what you want to do, you want to tell them, look, the first and most important thing for you is to join those thread stack, enroll into thread stack, then join Freedom Fusion Flip workshops. With Freedom Fusion Flip workshops, this is where you get to learn more about building your feudal kingdom and either keeping it or flipping it. That includes this kind of the whole TikTok shop dropshipping. So in a way, Freedom Fusion Flip is also sort of like it's basically a feudal incubator as well. But the most important entry point for it is for you to kind of understand that you're trying to build the relationships with the bougie boss moms and providing them the pathway to first join ThreadStack on FUD, try before you buy into building your business, join Feudal Incubator, private label, launch your own product, grow micro skills in the process while learning. And of course, this is what you want to be shown. They will say, well, how does it work? You explain all of those things. We hook you up with English-speaking supplier. You can either do it yourself or with VA. We can also hook you up with VA. Don't worry, we can help you get connected with UGC creators too. Don't worry. So over here you describe the processes. So how does it work? How do you order a product with the help of VA, suppliers, and Chinese fulfillment center? You kind of describe them and walk through the same process. Say, look, our talent agency help you learn how to order products from China with the help of our supplier. We'll help you get connected with the supplier. This is the reason why you're paying to Feudal Incubator. Now, so this way, not only are you learning and earning, but you're also moving forward in like getting a good price from supplier, and we could hook you up and help you get connected, and we'll help you get connected and squabble up with your own virtual assistant. So this way, your VA can assist you and essentially request supplier to proceed with the product order. So the same way, pretty much how me and you doing it now, Bruno, you want to explain to them and that kind of stuff. Let me know if it makes sense, Bruno, and I'll send you this presentation. There's a lot of things to cover. You could quickly cover that whenever. Remember, your goal is not to cover all those slides. Your goal is to kind of gradually take them through whatever slide that you see fit, whatever slide that you think is best to present at that particular given time. You could start off from the beginning and kind of explain things, but you always want to go back and forth and engage with them. Does it make sense, Bruno? Let me know in the comments if it makes sense. And meanwhile, this is what you're gonna do. So this is your thing over here, and then at the end of the day, so your Freedom Fusion Flip workshops is technically so TikTok. So the best way I could think of Freedom Fusion Flip, you get to train them the TikTok dropshipping skills, but there's also Freedom Fusion content for the other part, where you get to show them how to do the UGC. This is for people who want to serve, for anyone who wants to become TikTok affiliate, right? So technically, you could think of it this way. You're gonna be in the Feudal Incubator. You're gonna have this Freedom Fusion Flip where people get to know who you are, right? And this is where you get to upsell them Freedom Fusion System CRM and Freedom Fusion automations. Then when they fill out a form, right? Where do they fill out the form? They go here, www Freedom Fusion System, Freedom Fusion System. So let's say they say, yeah, you know what, I am interested in Freedom Fusion System CRM. Then you're gonna be like, okay, well, and then you take them to this page. And if I was you, Bruno, I would jump off, always like go to the buy link, and from buy link keep jumping into it, like to different things. This way you have infinite number of topics. For example, you could start off with, for example, ThreadStack. You could say, if somebody says, well, what is ThreadStack? Then you could have like something like this pop up. I'm about to play it right now. I'm going to show you how I set up OBS. So definitely what you want to do, you want to set up OBS. I could send it over to you, my config on OBS. So when you go live, Bruno, you can just, if somebody says, oh, what is ThreadStack, right? You're going to be like, oh, let me show you.
I'm hot year round, no 4 seasons. When we at the pool, fill it up with tequila. She don't take shots, but she just had 4. She ain't finna have a boyfriend no more. See, I'm outside and you gotta understand, I don't wanna see none of this on the gram. Sweet life like Zach and Cody. Baby, don't leave home unless the bag is on me. It's hard to get any better when I'm in this mode. Elevated straight to the penthouse with a nice road. Late check on depending on how the night go. Neighbor got a noise complaint, that's how I go.
Thread Stack provided
So
everything
I
I
think you
need
got the
to
idea,
finally
right?
have
Or you
balanced
could
digital
like
life that
quickly,
I
you
always
could
wanted.
probably see
Plus, I
from
can
the
afford more
screen,
travel now too.
uh, you could probably see that I was showing what I was showing to you. But the idea here is you could see the fact that whenever you go live, you could quickly show different variations of what each product is. So this way you don't have to do lots of talking and let the content that is already created do the talking. So I hope this makes sense, Bruno. Here's another example.
Thread Stack provided everything I need to finally have balanced digital life that I always wanted. Plus, I can afford more travel now too.
So over here, as you can see, Bruno, there's a bunch of scrolling elements that promoting thread stack. You basically want to do the same exact thing. You want to have those obs set up, and you want to spend like maybe a few minutes to set up all the obs. I could give you, what do you call it, you know, the actual ops configuration in access to Google Drive. So this way you are no longer kind of struggling with this. So that's the idea. This way you're no longer struggling, and you could kind of just pick and choose whatever makes most sense. And then like people will see and recognize you. Here's another example. I'm gonna go ahead because at the end of the day, what you want to be showing them, you want to be showing them thread stack. You want to be showing them if they say, "Oh, what is Freedom Fusion System?" You could just like click on the interact button. You could set that up in your obs, so this way you could kind of quickly show like, "Oh, yeah, let me show you what is Freedom Fusion Flip," and then you could just point them like right here. You could go here, or you could DM the word workshop. So what you want to be always telling them is DM the word workshop. So that would be the ideal. And of course, if this is something that you wanted to explore, Bruno, definitely explore this early on because this way will help you save a lot of time. And you could like literally just play whatever the video that makes sense. So I'm gonna kind of show it to you again, like what I mean by that. So this
Thread
is like
Stack
here's the
provided
screen.
everything I need
Hopefully you
to
could see the
finally have
screen, and this
balanced
is where I
digital
could
life
switch
that I
over
always
between
wanted. Plus, I can
kind
afford
of
more travel now too.
scenes. So you want to pre-configure those scenes. What I'll do is I'll give you uh, like I'll export them. I'll see if I could export them. But before any of that, try to kind of see if this is possible for you to even do, to see if you could even set up something like OBS. Maybe it's too complex for you. Maybe it's too, meaning for your computer. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's too powerful. So you may want to try that. So this way you could stream directly to YouTube into the same channel. And then we'll try to cover that shortly. But for now, like take a look how I could just go ahead and quickly switch, and immediately people will see right away what's happening. Look.
Same old theme since 1916. In your head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. What's in your head?
Thread Stack
So
provided
as you can
everything
see,
I
I was
need
just kind
to
of
finally
flipping
have
between
balanced digital
multiple
life
screens.
that I always wanted.
So right now,
Plus,
Bruno,
I can
the
afford
main
more
thing
travel
what you
now
want to do
too.
is log in and modify your about about me. Like let's go to free workshops. So if you're gonna do what we're gonna do, we're gonna quickly, let me just show
Thread
you.
Stack.
I'm going over here right now and showing you free workshop. This is where you basically want to find where it's at. I believe it could be uh, let's see, is it this one? No, I just want to make, yeah, it could be this one over here. So this is the one that you want to modify, okay? Um, and this is the Freedom Fusion Flip workshop. So put yourself in here, put a little bio over here for yourself, Bruno, and basically, yeah, and that's it. So now you knew where to modify that, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and include that for you in the skeleton structure, so this way you have everything you need. And this is gonna be your workshop right here. So modified to include your picture and bio, okay? Now, what you're gonna have, keep something in mind, what you're gonna have is a bio link. Bio link, so you also wanna, if you have your own bio link, make sure that you show that as well. If not, then just show mine for now, bio.link for the Fusion system, and then later you could create your own bio link and then show it in with like same, make sure it's the same kind of coloring and put like Bruno, the brand manager, and Feudal Hustler in a profile, that kind of stuff. And also, and keep something in mind, the way this works is the funnel effectively goes like this. We have Freedom Fusion System CRM, right? System. So this is how the traffic flows to your workshops. So Freedom Fusion System, CRM. This system is connected to Pinterest, YouTube, Buy Me Coffee. Well, no, not Buy Me Coffee. It's connected to TikTok, Threads, LinkedIn, and it's connected to Facebook and X. So this is connected, and there's workshops that are constantly happening, Bruno, that are constantly kind of you know, hitting you with all sorts of like with all sorts of automations. And here's where they are. And this is the secret part of this is one of the secrets, one of the reasons why other people find you, like your workshops, and register for them. So this way you could spawn money. This is the part that many people don't understand. And of course, this is also what you're going to be showing to moms over 40 and explaining to them, yeah, like this is, oh, by the way, it looks like we're getting a bunch of errors as well, Bruno, in Zapier. At some point, see if you could solve this problem. I'll kind of quickly show you the errors. But if you take a look, I set up automation that makes your workshop automatically accessible, but it looks like there's some errors going on over here. It still works. We still get a notification, but I noticed some of the errors. So you may want to take a look at some point. This is the automation that makes your workshops. Like it looks like it dies out over here on an error. It's possible that you may want to take a look at a Zapier, go high level automation and see like why it, because technically it still works. Maybe it's a duplicate thing. So you may want to take a look at Go High Level. And for Go High Level, this is where you'll go. I'll quickly show it to you, so this way you know where your automation reside. So you could always fix it, okay? So before I show you this arrow, let me show you, let me show you the arrow first, like how this is happening. So what's happening is people will see the workshops. So essentially, this is how it works. Freedom Fusion System uploads all those workshops across socials. This is where it's at. You go in here, automations, and this is, it's actually marketing and a social planner. This is where all of those things are scheduled. This is your Oh yeah, I forgot to that it's also posting on Google as well. So you basically the system is supercharging, pumping a lot of ads right now. People even responding right now. Somebody actually like literally while I'm creating workshop, somebody was just responding, but they were responding for some other post I did, and I'll cover that shortly, Bruno. What other post I did? You do have some folks to interview as well. I was going to tell you that for study guide website, so we can spawn some money from that as well. I'll cover that shortly. But for now, here's what I want you to do, Bruno. Take control of this section of those, like right now, there's a bunch of recurring posts that are happening scheduled on a recurring basis, right? So, for example, here's a recurring post. Bougie boss mom over 40. This is what it looks like, right? It got some hashtag, that kind of stuff, and a link. And a link to where? To this page. What page? Where they have a little chatbot. You also may want to like adjust the chatbot, put any kind of additional things that they want to ask about a TikTok shop, about any of the Fuel incubators, what the Freedom Fusion Flip is. You may want to supercharge the bot as well. So this way they could kind of ask any kind of question and get that answer. But at the same time, remember, here's what you got to understand. Those things that are getting dropped, they're getting dropped on Google. So you could like, if you go to Google, this thing actually got dropped. And the more it's getting dropped, the more and more traffic, the more Google likes us, and the more and more it starts like waking up and be like, oh, yeah, who is this guy Bruno? Oh, he's running workshops. Let me send him some more traffic. So like never, a lot of people never get to this point because a lot of people are lazy. They don't set up any of the systems. They never set up different kind of hashtags and all that other stuff. So the only thing that I recommend for you for this from this standpoint, Bruno, is just create like ask ChatGPT to create a bunch of variations for Freedom Fusion Workshop. So this way you could kind of include different kind of keywords targeting not just like boss mom energy and side hustle smart, but other keywords as well that are lucrative, and like include them. Maybe you want to do some research on some keywords that are very good to include and just focus on those keywords, include them that are like very low competitive type of keywords, and quickly just supercharge it. Let's see, leads. While I was talking, a lead came in. A lead came in for you, Bruno, for Martha Escobar. Okay. So I'm gonna quickly cover that as well. How are you gonna tackle all the leads? Because you have a lot of money to make, Bruno. A lot of money. So let me see. Um, so right now, before I show you that lead and like show you how to take care of those leads and all that other stuff, um, you know what to do here, right, Bruno? That like basically set up additional recurring posts. Look, there's so many recurring posts, but make them different variations. So it's not like right now I have some posts that are happening on Saturday, some are happening on Monday, that kind of stuff. But you could variate it a little bit, make it like Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, kind of different times, right? And just different titles, but still kind of the same thing, but just different titles with a better SEO, right? And then keeps under mind, if you see yourself getting overwhelmed and you're getting way too many leads, too many bougie boss moms coming in, then you could like slow them down, turn them off, that kind of stuff. But at least you know where it's at. At least you know how to grow it. Now, where is the content that you're going to be including inside of those posts? Well, you have entire Google Drive, Bruno. So you have entire Google Drive. I'm gonna show you the Google Drive. Okay, here's the Google Drive. Go to YouTube. Pick like obviously we have almost insane amount of content, Bruno. So I'm gonna show you a folder. Go to this folder, right? And pick like you may want to pick a video and then rename it. Pick a video, rename it, right? Save it on your computer, see if it's relevant or not to a workshop, then, or maybe it's relevant to thread stack, or maybe it's relevant to some other thing, right? And for example, here's what I did. I started creating new folders locally and kind of including the names and copying them from Google Drive. So this way I could kind of see what they are, and then seeing what they are and clicking on it. For example, let's see. I clicked on. So this was an example, Bruno. Obviously, like if you saw a video like this, and you were like, "Damn, that would be insane to include in one of those posts," right? Then you would obviously go ahead and you create a post. You create it, right? You just pick. You also, Bruno, you want to make sure like you want to check the dashboard, Launchpad, to see in case from time to time you want to see if something got disintegrated or something, if you see any error messages. Like sometimes you may need to re-sign in, but typically once you do it, it's kind of good to go. But once in a while, maybe like YouTube gets disconnected or something, or Pinterest gets disconnected, right? So the idea is for you to take control of entire company and um, and basically, yeah, spawn money. So right now, this is so. Let's say you pick this one, elevate your brand. The reason why you want to do this, Bruno, like because we have more content. There's a reason why billion-dollar Pepsi company created a drink after Freedom Fusion system and called it Freedom Fusion. The reason why is because they saw something that they haven't seen anybody offer, which is just insane level marketing that just stands out like crazy. And of course, like keep something in mind, we have all that content. That's your gold. That's your gold. So what does that mean by gold? I mean, like today, maybe you wake up and you're gonna be like, damn, I kind of want to make more sales with ThreadStack. Then you'll be like, oh, I've seen a video, elevate your brand. Let me pop that in real quick and create a little post and just ask like ChatGPT what to add, like what kind of, like don't over focus too much, don't overthink about it too much, but some of them will make it possible for you to use links, and some of them will not make it possible for you to use links depending on the platform. Like Google, it allows you to make links. But be strategic about it, Bruno, because you have entire feudal kingdom to grow. Here's kind of let me show you what kind of complexities you're dealing with how many different things. So let's say you set up, let's say you were like, okay, you know what? I like this video over here that Rome showed. Elevate your brand, right? And let's say you were like, okay, now I need to do, how do I get this video over here into Go High Level? Simply upload it, but like when you create a post, right? So you just create like this. I'm gonna just show you. So what you do, you go to Social Planner, you create new post, right? Create new post, and then what you're gonna do, you're gonna pick social. Then you're gonna be like, all right, let's say you're dealing with Google. Today you're feeling is your lucky day. Like if I was you, Bruno, I would set up all of them in one shot, so this way you don't forget for a particular set of keywords, of like one keyword across all of, meaning post has to be congruent across all of them. So I hope you understand what it means, right? Notice how bougie boss moms over 40, this one is for you. Here's a workshop, right? Here's a little picture. Bruno, you can use Nano Banana to do that, to include something based on however you feel that represents Freedom Fusion system. Whether you want to include like a eagle or something, or include some other image, feel free to kind of do it based on how you feel. But the idea here is, if you're gonna do this, pick it like this. When you set the date, let's say you want to hit them all like this for the same keyword. So let's say you went on special SEO tool, which we're gonna integrate as well with our large language model. Remember the ThreadsBots SEO, the projects that you want to tackle, right? For which I already found you a couple of candidates, Bruno, which will generate us additional stream of income. It will basically create dynamic based SEO. It will basically construct dynamic pages, dynamic SEO friendly pages that will be pointing to studyguide.net, exam 1, exam 2, exam 3, like that. So, and it's going to be all dynamically. It's going to be with one push of a button. Of course, I found a couple of candidates for you, Bruno. So you want to interview them immediately. There's a couple of them jumping in right now as we speak. We could see leads coming in. What else we got? We got meetings scheduled. So this is as you can see, meeting scheduled is where people are going to be automatically showing up. Like, here's one bougie boss mom already signed up. That's the one that I was mentioning to you. And so you have basically 2 people already signed up for your coaching program, Bruno. But like, if you say, Rome, you know what, I feel like I want more people, right? Maybe you come to me and you say, I want more people, I want to make more money. Then to accelerate, to make more money, all you need to do is, once again, pick from the Google Drive whichever video. And of course, right now I'm kind of already copied it in my local drive. But let's say you wanted to upsell. Like, remember, if you sell ThreadStack and somebody buys it, of course we make some money. It's going to be good. It's going to be good for you. It's going to be good for me. And the cool part about it, you don't need to have your head explode trying to figure out what to include in the video. Everything is already, all the marketing was already created, Bruno. All the marketing inside all of those things is created, and you basically just pop that into your obs, pop that into both places, your obs, right? What I showed you earlier, because you don't want to, like, imagine you're doing a workshop and you want to go to the bathroom, and you're gonna be like, oh damn, I forgot about like I didn't set up my obs. No, what you want to do, you want to switch them to commercial break and show them one of our feudal incubators, or TikTok shop drop shipping, or RV moms over 40 kind of content. Like, for example, right now, if I was to say, for example, I'm going to make an example. Okay, right now, let's pretend I'm heading out to the bathroom and wanted to sell Threads Booster real quick for like 5 minutes call while I'm in the bathroom. I want some people to see this. Ready? I'm going to go ahead and switch over and show you what it looks like for Threads Booster. Let's say I'm trying to pitch Threads Booster, which is part of ThreadStack.
We have another song, guys. We're not done. They're still here. Look. Right? Okay, guys.
My relationship to be controlled, but we could cancel it and if you shake off some cars. Smile upon your face and you could dance with the stars. Cause in a ramp with me, them girl, I roll out them eyes.
And I'm feeling good.
Thread Stack
So
provided everything I
I think you
need
got
to
the
finally
idea,
have
or
balanced
if you
digital
wanted to
life
hit
that
them
I
with
always
a
wanted.
notebook LM
Plus,
content,
I can afford more
Bruno,
travel now
so this
too.
way they kind of see all everything they need to know about Feudal Incubator, about RV, for example, RV moms on the go, right? You could easily just switch it over like this. See an example. I'm gonna play it for like maybe 15 seconds just so this way you can better understand it, how far this is.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're digging into something, well, it's pretty unique. We're looking at a system that claims to fuse the all-American RV lifestyle with the world of digital business. And really, this one question is the driving force behind this whole business model. It's laser-focused on a super specific group of people, moms over 40 who own an RV. And the promise? It's a big one. To take that RV that's just sitting there and turn it into a
Thread Stack provided
Anyway, I think
everything.
you got the idea, Bruno. So what I'm gonna do next, right now, is so I'm gonna kind of hit the nail in the coffin and finalize the structure for you. So this way you kind of understand what's going on. So keep something in mind. Over here, you're promoting. So people come in into Fit and Fusion Flip workshops, right? You run them between 1 to 1:30. Your goal is to build relationships with luxury brand owners. This is not so much for side hustlers. This is mostly people who want to become uh, business owners. There are different type of people, Bruno. They're already their mindset in majority of the cases is already set. They are not shopping around. They're already like pretty much Bruno help me, those kind of people. And they are not like broke side hustlers who are kind of looking for handout or anything like this. Those are the actual people. It could be future luxury mom or like a bougie girl who wants really like to understand how to build a luxury brand. And they are basically aspiring feudal lords. So your target audience is aspiring feudal lord, right? So that's the idea. That's so customer profile, aspiring feudal lord, right? So now, what is all of this where, like, how are you going to be bringing all those people? So they're going to come into free workshop. Uh, then you're going to be upselling them things like what? You're going to be upselling them done for you Freedom Fusion system, Freedom Fusion automations, and threads stack, which includes threads booster, threads threads themes, threads themes, threads stories, threads stories, threads bots, threads slacker, threads slacker. So those are the products that you want to be mentioning to them. That means at some point, if any, like obviously in 30 minutes, you won't be able to do all of this, right, Bruno? But what you could do, you could, while talking to them, use what's so-called OBS stacking skills, meaning switching around between OBS, sort of like the way I showed you. That means you have a little homework to do. That means you need to set up your OBS to include those videos, supercharge your Fit and Fusion System CRM to like increase the put some more wood on the fire. So this way it's going to be insane amount of moms over 40 flying in. And of course, at some point they're going to be like, yeah, I want you to build Fit and Fusion automations. And then you're going to be like, damn, I better go ahead and let Ron Wells know because I need to schedule a call. So this way I could quickly kind of assist in determining if it's a correct customer for us, if it's going to be waste of time. So you definitely want to bring them into intro call. That intro call is going to be followed by onboarding call, onboarding call, onboarding call. Regardless, so irregardless of which path they pick, right? They may say, "Oh, I want the full brand. I want to build I want like to learn how to build my own brand." And of course, like let me kind of make space for this for Freedom Fusion system. So this we understand what is happening. So Freedom Fusion system, so this is the whole system, right? So customer coming, so there's a, so Threads bots SEO, for now treat this differently, but for now focus on this. So there's going to be SEO. Google is going to be rewarding us like crazy. So what you're going to be doing, you're going to be setting up additional recurring posts based on what you feel is best. So if you feel that I want to include this elevate your brand thing, and you wanted to focus on, let's say, thread stack, and you wanted to reuse this video all over the place across all of the posts, then you would set with the same video, all of them with the same video for the elevate your brand. So this is what it would look like. You click post over here, you go here, you click new post, you create new post, and then you simply put the start off, for example, with Google, right? And put like whatever ChatGPT tells you, just put it in there. You run it with ChatGPT. Like the best way you could do it is you could go to, let's say you're thinking of selling thread stack. You're thinking of covering thread stack in Freedom Fusion Flip workshops. So what you do, you say, for example, you could say, today we're going to cover thread stack in Freedom Fusion Flip workshop, an innovative digital bundle to help moms over 40 grow across threads and other socials, right? So let's say this is, you wanted to go with this type of style, then you take this and you cook it up. You do a little cooking in ChatGPT. You open up ChatGPT, right? And over here you jump into ChatGPT and you be like, make a fire description for this workshop, include SEO friendly keywords for any moms who are business owners seeking to benefit from innovative skill for growing on threads. Use best keywords, but not that are not super competitive, kind of like this, right? And then give me a good description and title and a hashtags, right? Like that, and then you just paste that in based on that and say, okay, this is it. So we got thread stack, mompreneurs, description, right? So you take all of this and it gave you all of this thing over here, right? What you do, you take all that like this, and you could literally say it, I want to do it for Google, and it will kind of give it to you for Google, but for now you just kind of do this. Keep something in mind, Bruno, you do this once, you hit them hard, and that's it. You have the system doing the legwork for you. No need to hire anybody. It's just like it's your little personal assistant that just flying around spawning money for us, burning more leads, and all you did was just this right here, what I just showed you. So does it make sense, Bruno? Let me know if it makes sense. So just make sure you remove something like this, and you put like this, right? And let me know if it makes sense, Bruno. So I know for fact that this makes sense. So this way you know exactly how to do this. And over here, you could include, notice how over here, choose category, pick, you could, when building this, make sure that you pick like a category for what kind of thing you're trying to tackle. So if you covering thread stack, pick thread stack. If you don't see a category and wanted to include like a category for another product like Threads Booster, Threads Themes, then make sure that you pick this category, because later on we'll be able to track that to see which ones are working. Now for Google Business Profile options, you could see, you could for now, you could put like book. There's another feature that I'm working on. For now, like there's a, for now you could put, yeah, there's another automation that I'm going to cook up shortly that's going to allow us to book calls directly from Google profile. It's called Google Business something. I was just reading it up. Hold on, let me see. I was reading it up, and Anyway, I'll design that for you, Bruno. But for now, just use whatever makes sense to include, whether it's a book or not. For now, none if you're not sure. But later on, we definitely want to include book, so this way it ties directly into your um, Zoom call. There's a special way for us when people search on Google to get them funneled directly into the Zoom call. Zoom call. Does it make sense, Bruno? No? Okay. So that's the idea. Now the question is, where do you? Uh, for now, you could just kind of select none, but search tags. So you select all this and make sure you put like a upload from media library. Don't use create image using AI because it will eat up credits. Just use that like outside from ChatGPT, that kind of stuff. And also, when doing this, just kind of remember, Bruno, at the end of the day, you're gonna have a bunch of things flying around, bunch of screenshots. Over here, you can't really include. Well, let's see. Can you include a video? So let's say you wanted to include a video. You can't really do it other than the picture because Google doesn't allow you, but other platform does. So kind of remember that when uploading content. Okay, so try to set this up. Then this one is already kind of, it says connect to Google Drive. I'm just gonna quickly connect that. And of course, you should already have access into Freedom Fusion system, Bruno, Gmail. But the idea is you connect to it and yeah, and you should be able to connect to Google Drive. Here's one account, boom, you connect to it and you could upload stuff directly from there. Um, so there's a way to do it. And you upload it, let's say you wanted to upload this video over here. So let's say you wanted to take thread stack and upload this like this, right? You could set this up on a recurring basis. So over here it says all this, all that, right? But let's say you wanted to save for later. You could do save for later, right? And come back. And this time, what you do is you have content, recurring. So all of this kind of is there. RSS feeds there, statistics, and number of posts, right? So over here you can kind of see the system hitting the posts and how many people, etc. From your perspective, all you want to do is just want to set up one of them for now, and then once you learn it, how to set up one of them, set up the rest of them, and configure them for, let's see, they're gonna do filter. Let's do content created by, so thread stack, apply. So remember why those filters are important now. So now you kind of understand. Now what you're gonna do, you're gonna edit this post, and then you're gonna include this URL over here, okay? Like this. Now this is gonna be the link. You wanna make it link. So over here, you could put join our upcoming workshop on Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, for example. So this way you have different kind of variations. You always want to be in the same time frame because if somebody asks for it, you could cover it. If somebody doesn't ask for it, then don't worry about it. That's basically the idea, but always have thread stack in your toolkit to show in your ops toolkit. So right now I'm just gonna choose an existing link. Okay, no, I'm just gonna use this one. Join free workshop at 1 p.m. at 1 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Boom. You create that, and then you put generate. Boom. Include that in. So are you a mom over 40? You're looking for innovative the Freedom Fusion Flip Workshop introduces to Thread Stack, a powerful digital bundle designed specifically. You discover whatever, take control of your growth. Let's see where go. We're gonna remove that because that was just from Chip. Who it's for. So you wanna kind of include it, make it who it's for. Threads growth strategies like this. So that kind of thing. Threads marketing. And then this thing, what you want to do, you also want to kind of quickly test the workshop like this. Okay, so that didn't work. Did it? Let's do this. It didn't work. So you always kind of want to test, save for later, and come back. And you want to kind of quickly test. Maybe this one was preview link. No, this was not it. Hold on. Let's see. You gotta remove the filter, for example. Right here, I'm just gonna remove the filter. Remember, always use filters, otherwise you're quickly gonna get lost. And over here, we're just gonna get that same link of the workshop. So once again, this is the link. Why do we need the link? Because we're tracking this link to see how well you're bringing people in, right? In this case, notice how this link is going directly to the workshop, which is cool because it's not this other workshop over here. The other one is like more for people who kind of or like you want to show them everything about us, right? But this one is straight to the point. This one is registered. So you want to be sending links from multiple combinations. So you want to be like a kickboxer, kicking and boxing at the same time, and pointing to like doing this, for example, for this link. So like you're gonna set up one of them for like this one. So you're gonna have another campaign set up for another one, for another link for this one. But just make sure you always use the go high level link. So this way we could quickly see what we're tracking. So for example, this one over here. So you definitely want to be, whatever you're pointing anything, you want to be including that link, but make sure it's like this in this format link. There's a way in Go High Level to make it like this. So it's not directly pointing to this, and it's instead pointing to like the actual link. This way we're going to be able to track it, and it gives extra SEO boost, that kind of stuff. But so you're going to have campaign one, thread stack, right? Campaign two, like this. You're going to include, for example, TikTok shop drop shipping for luxury bougie boss moms, like that, right? Then campaign 3, like this. And then you're going to be, for example, AI automations for moms over 40 who are building their brand. Now, keep something in mind. You want to include, if you want to do that at different times, you can. Like, for example, you could run this one at 1 p.m. Eastern, then this one at 3 p.m. Eastern, and this one at 4 p.m. Eastern. Like if you wanted to do it this way, you could easily set up that pre-configure everything to set this campaign up. Pre-configure everything to set this campaign up. And depending on your mood, depending on how good you feel about running with this campaign, you just turn it on or turn it off. Does it make sense, Bruno? Let me know if it makes sense. And I think you have everything you need. And now, like here's an example of, so let's say you set this up, right? So right now you have 3 campaigns. The question is, what do you do with that other link? So the other link, remember this other link, we're going to come back and we're going to quickly modify that. So we're going to go to categories, we're going to go to filters, categories, thread stack, right? Boom. We pick thread stack. Nice. Now what you do, edit post, and then include here to register for workshop. So you could do like this, to register for workshop. Oh wow, my computer is overheating. I was like, damn, this is way too hot. I probably need to turn on or something. Otherwise it's gonna melt. It's definitely gonna melt, if anything. But anyway, for now, I'm just gonna kind of include name of the link, register for workshop, like this, for 1 p.m. Eastern, like this. And then like that, boom. Generate and insert link. Then we're gonna include free workshop. And you could change campaign parameters to make it like a thread stack, like this. Later on, you could end up using it. But this way, at least you're not going to get lost when you're doing this like this. So right now, if you wanted to see if this works, you could scroll up like this, and you could be like, okay, what was our original link? Like this. This was the original link. This was the other link. This was already. So notice how this one removes. So basically, what you want to do is set this up, and keep under mind it's not going to take a long time. This is just a quick thing. You set it up once and you're good to go. Notice how it took you here, right? So that's cool. Now that's all you got to do. Now you may want to figure out how to include link to register for workshop. You may want to delete it like this. You want to like this to register for 1 p.m. Eastern workshop. And I think we want to move this one social like this. So this way you have opportunity to put everything in because there's a limit. So like that, and we're gonna put that in like this. Boom. Like this. And then what we're gonna do, you have everything, and now we're gonna do post. Now check this out. We're gonna do for 1 p.m. Eastern workshop every Saturday. How far is that? You put that in like that, in post. Now schedule recurring posts. So right now you do schedule recurring posts, and then you're gonna do repeat every. Don't make it too many times. Repeat every 3 days, because you don't want to like cook Google, and don't want to make it spammy. And let's see, you're gonna do repeat every. Let's do like 7 or 4 p.m. And you're gonna include this all the way through date range. Make it all the way through like 28, whatever, 29. Boom. We set that up. But make sure over here you set it up for 25. For 25. This is 25. Okay, so you want to set that up, and starting on Friday. Oh, what happened here? Or you could just do it like this, 25 and 09 and then 05. That also works like this. So it's gonna repeat every 3 days. So starting today, September 5th, and it's gonna hit it on Google, right? So boom, congratulations, you did this only once, but the benefits you got are basically exponential, because now there's a little bot that's just doing things for you, that kind of stuff. Okay, so notice how it says 506 posts. Now all you gotta do, Bruno, is take the same stuff, go back to ChatGPT, right? You gotta go back to ChatGPT, and where's ChatGPT? Right here. Now can you modify it for Pinterest? Make different SEO descriptions and all that. So once again, you only got to set it up once, in like this, Pinterest, and then you go back again, boom, and over here you set up new post, create new post, Pinterest, and boom, over here you put link. So that same link, now keep something in mind, you could include like this. You obviously want to stick consistent with that link, because that's going to give you the superpower. It's going to give you, but make sure you use different variations. Make sure you use different variations of threads stack skills for moms, stack for skills for luxury pet moms over 40. So now, out of a sudden, that looks pretty crazy. Now what you got to do, you want to include this like this. You want to kind of take description 1, problem solving, inspirational, okay? And then you go here, you set this up, boom, like this, okay? So Pinterest title options, you want to, so this is title options. So you could do it like this. Yeah, you could do something like this. Threads growth hacks for mompreneurs over 40, Pinterest pin description. Then over here, what you want to do is Pinterest pin, and remember you have certain limit. There's a limit. There's also advanced option, which you also gotta pick thread stack. Remember, you want to be consistent because we want to be across categories. So struggling to keep up with social media as a busy mompreneur, like this, right? And over here you kind of want to remove you want to do it like this. You want to remove the ChatGPT kind of stuff and include this thing like here. So look how there's a description 1, inspirational problem, benefits driven, community empowerment tone. So it's like a different combinations that it gives you. So once again, what you do, you come back and boom, like this. Now what you want to do, you go back over here, see if there's anything else. Pinterest hashtags, like this. You want to include that and go here, boom, and you don't have enough room to do it, you could make a prompt like and say do it within certain, um, or you could just do it like this. Pinterest hashtags like this. Okay, so now you kind of have everything. The only thing that what you don't have is upload from media library. So over here you pick thread stack. Keep something in mind, you're gonna have, this is just one picture. Include as many different variations, Bruno, as possible. This way you have the greatest chance to like striking that interest. But if you want it to be consistent in your campaign and do the same picture in one campaign and then in another campaign choose another picture, that's also fine, because it will make it really like, I would recommend you stay consistent across pictures with one campaign, and then with another campaign introduce another picture. And of course you have a lot of things to kind of go through, media optimization, that other kind of stuff. Now keep something in mind, there is something missing. What is missing? What is missing? Okay, nothing is missing. Link is here, right? So remember, you want to use link from go high level. You always want to validate, is it working? You want to do like this cross validation. Is it working? Yes. Good. You want to now go ahead and this time pick a different time. So over here you want to do schedule recurring post, but instead of every 3 days, you want to hit it every like 2 days. Every 2 days, and then you're gonna do something, the same thing here, except choose the year, make it quick, confirm. Here's the year, and you're good to go. So you have from 2025, from 7/12, and you're gonna schedule lots of different posts. Boom. It now is gonna be populating these things, right? So if I was you, Bruno, I would work on maybe like finalize the rest of them for this thread stack. Let me know when you finish. I will review, and then you could basically pick. I could assign you another one. You set everything up, so this way everything is going to be like a well-geared, oiled machine. And of course, I'm not even talking about other stuff yet, like RSS or any other stuff, reviews or anything like this. But you could do additional things. For example, you could put on Google, every social platform imposes a character limit. If you exceed the limit, select background, post reviews. So you could do choose social account like this, select rating, 5 stars, post it and feed. So when should we send? So this is kind of slightly different. It will also optimize things. When should we? So this will kind of, it's a little bit different from what you've seen before. Why? Because it has a template. It has really nice, kind of easy to understand tone. In like, you could put, for example, thread stack. Thread stack is absolutely fire for moms over 40, seeking to grow on threads, right? On threads and other socials, right? So what you could do, you could put like this, and you could do post reviews, full offer. Right here you could make it, for example, different font to make it more stand out. Don't kind of spend too much time playing with it. Just pick something cool, right? Get to go. Maybe put the color, make it the same color as the Freedom Fusion system kind of thing. Then you see Dexter Wordsmith. So over here you could see threads. What you could do, you could say, can you create go back to ChatGPT and say something like, let's go ahead and say it. Let's go ahead and see what we could do. can you create now Google feed post review about thread stack? Remember, at the end of the day, so for Google Business Profile post review about threads, the Freedom Fusion Flipwork wants something short, engaging, and keyword rich, so that helps SEO. So right now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna like this. Okay. So would you like me to also draft a short? Yes. Make it short, punchy, 150 words one. So keep something in mind. Not everybody is gonna be doing this. A lot of people are lazy. They would never do any of this stuff, Bruno. But if you spend plenty of time doing it, you will quickly start seeing results. You're gonna be like, oh damn, this is actually working. You're gonna be so motivated. So whether you the thread stack review for mompreneurs. The thread stack inside Freedom Fusion Flip workshop is a must for any mompreneur over 40 ready to grow online. This innovative digital bundle shows how to master threads, repurpose posts across socials, and save hours each week while boosting visibility. What I love most is how simple it feels. Not tech overwhelm, just clear steps and tools built for busy moms at business. Whether you're just starting or already running a small brand, the content stacking strategies make it easy to stay consistent, attract the right audience, and finally see results on social media. It's refreshing to see a workshop creating with moms in mind. If you want practical skills to grow your brand, here's the place to start. Highly recommend the thread stack for moms looking to flip their online presence into real growth. So, and then you could put, for example, Jackie Robinson, stay-at-home wife, for example, and put New Canaan, Connecticut. Like put some American city near me, because I actually talked to those people in those cities. I do have one lead all-state agent that actually is in New Canaan who may want to sign up for everything that we're offering, Bruno. This experience was blown away by wonderful service. Okay. So I think this is good. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna create the post. Okay. So we're gonna create the post. Boom. Now this is good. This is like you want to include a couple of posts here and there. Like over here, this is kind of, it says frequency one post every day. So what you want to do, you want to exit that, and you want to do when should we send. So you want to do it, you don't want to overdo it every day. You want to do it like every week, maximum number of posts, one or two social accounts. Right now this is kind of like this, but if you were to add other ones like this, then guess what, it's gonna be blasted across all of them with one shot. Like this is exception every week Monday, and let's do 7 p.m. So what you want to do, you want to 7:15. What you want to do, you want to supercharge them real quick. Supercharge them good. There's also Facebook. We'll try to integrate that as well real quick. But post it in Facebook story like this, and next. Then next, and save changes. I think now we're in relatively good shape. And yeah, so this is good. So now this is like a social planner, something real spicy, Bruno. This is not kind of, it may take a little bit of time for you, but effectively you set it up once, you're good to go. Now, what else we got? We got review. So you still have a little bit of setup to do for the rest of them. So let's say template library, in review, digital marketing, approval, category queue. So we could do something, let's see, approval, post review. Let's see, now this is just like, it's the same thing, but I think when you submit it, it just goes ask for approval. So the review recurring. So what you want to do, you want to also include Freedom Fusion track. You want to include Freedom Fusion digital, Freedom Fusion content, whatever those feudal incubators are, just set them up. So this way it's kind of like flying around. But for each feudal incubator, quickly describe what this is. So we got the reviews up and running, and it's going to be blasted. And then later on, we're going to start seeing some of those messages coming in. And of course, over here, we got plus socials, we got connect. We could add a community technically, search for community, but we don't have our Discord with this name. There are groups associated. This is like its own kind of a community inside of Go High Level. But we're here. Affiliates, that kind of stuff. This is where you're gonna have to include the affiliates, Bruno, and take control of all the affiliates who are going to be promoting Freedom Fusion system, and include links, that kind of stuff. So that you definitely will figure it out on your own as you proceed further. But and kind of we spend some time from time to time covering it. But at the end of the day, there's also some AI agents for you to explore, voice AI, conversational AI, knowledge base for you to kind of cook up real quick and create the knowledge base that talks about, for example, this one is going to be thread stack. Thread stack. This is all about thread stack, and you create this knowledge base, and then what you do a couple of things: web crawler, so FAQs, and tables. So that's coming soon. But what you could do is for upload, like add a source, right? So for example, you could do web crawler, and now you could go to buy link and set this up real quick, thread stack. So you pick like this, thread stack, and congratulations, you have everything you need in terms of getting the entire knowledge base up and running. Boom, is extracting data, fetching data. Now it could be used directly inside of a bot. Now keep something in mind, Bruno, there's going to be some initiative for you to create those Gumroad pages as well. Anytime we whip out a product and kind of solidify it, and then this have everything centrally, and then you come back over here into the system. So it takes a little bit of cooking, a little bit of processing, but there's plenty of processing across multiple things on Gumroad, multiple things. So it looks like it's processed and trained. Now what you could do is you could add additional kind of FAQs for add source. You could do web FAQ like this, like the most common, what is thread stack, and you could do this. If you're not sure, you could pop this thing in like this and could say, can you please tell me what is thread stack? Search through threads.com at Freedom Fusion system. And now it's going to tell you what is thread stack, and like this. So you just copy this together like this, and now you have a beautiful FAQ. So this way you have kind of everything you need to respond to people when they ask questions. Now, can you include links in here? I don't think you could include links, but there's probably another section where you could include links. So like this, in multi-use toolkits. So like that, you kind of want to format it a little bit, right? And the good thing is you save it like this. So now you kind of have this, you kind of have it cooking. Now tables, like let's see, add tables. Where are we with that feature? Did they edit? They may have not yet edited. Still coming up. But I think this is good. Now what are we gonna do with thread stack? So we got a couple of things going on. We're cooking this up slowly and surely, building the brand in real time. Build your AI agents and compete for 50K in prizes. We're gonna close that. We're not competing in anything. We're just gonna be making 50K ourselves. But check this out. now it's time for you to cook up something more, Bruno. Now it's for you to kind of supercharge. So welcome to our new knowledge base experience. Need help? Check out this guide. And of course, go ahead, spend a little bit of time reading the guide. Like, what is this? Why use multiple knowledge bases, right? How to start up the multiple knowledge, access the knowledge bases, create a new knowledge base, train the knowledge base, attach the knowledge base to an AI bot, view and manage assign on. Okay, so this is where we assign AI bot, and of course, when we go here, we click conversational AI, and of course, what do we have here? We've got kind of nothing for now. We do have agent list. We have general bot, which is kind of on autopilot. So let's open that up and see what do we got. So we got autopilot, live chat, Freedom Fusion system. We got pricing plan per response. It's relatively cheap for response, but we got bot training. We're gonna include existing knowledge base, and we're gonna. Can we switch it over? Okay. So we added an extra one. Okay. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and test the bad boy. What is threat stack? What is threat stack? So AI bot is cooking up. Hey, before I dive, what's the name? What's your name? Threat stack is a digital power bundle. Oh, okay. I'm Rome. Okay, I'm Rome, and that's pretty dope. So now you have the agent for yourself, Bruno. So you have later on you're gonna build an army, the feudal army of bots to get things going. But nice to meet you, Rome. Just to clarify, Threat Stack isn't part of Freedom Fusion system. If you're looking for tools to build your own AI automation, I can walk you through the Freedom Fusion offers. Want more details on that? So this is correction because it is part of the Freedom Fusion system. It's kind of is and it kind of isn't. So that's where it kind of got confused. So Threat Stack is indeed offered by a company, Freedom Fusion System, but it's separate from the actual Freedom Fusion System CRM. So things like that, I can walk you through the Freedom Fusion offers. Want more details? Yeah, tell me more offers. Yeah, tell me more offers. Before I talk about, let's see, what do we got? Who do we? I've seen something, some sort of a channel. I don't know. I've seen some requests coming in through Slack. Anyway, so where we are. So we are configuring these bots, configuring the bots, building our feudal kingdom, guys. That's what we're doing. Guys, don't overthink this. Just kind of do it. Go for it. So I think we're good. We're good. Now, I'm just gonna say, yeah, tell me whatever, right? It's gonna just kind of respond and tell me the bots, that kind of stuff. Rome, the Freedom Fusion system gives you high-level CRM automations, mentoring, and video courses. Everything you need to launch and scale your own AI automation agency fast. Want more specific? So I think you got the idea, right? So the only thing is, Bruno, make sure you cook up like all those other details, like how much the price is, so this way you could funnel them to the price. We're gonna, for now, hit save, and we're gonna do continually. Let's jump in a little bit into knowledge base to see what the heck else can we cook up. So threat stack. So we're kind of moving our way and building a brand. We're building threat stack, and of course, it's being like connected. And the thing is, what you want to do, you want to kind of include this link over here for threat stack, and this is something that we didn't do before. So we're gonna do something like this. We're gonna edit this, and we're gonna put this, and where is it? So we got web crawler, it trained actions, so like this. So this is kind of it. This is what it managed to grab from threat stack, but we're gonna include FAQ. We're gonna add where can I get threat stack. Okay, so where can I get threat stack? Thread stack can be accessed on our Gumroad page. For more info, see this link below. Right? So you kind of want to do it like this: set it up, get it up and running, hit save button, and then we're quickly gonna put how much is threads, how much is it, right? We're gonna put, actually we don't even need to do it because it's already part of it. Like it's part of the knowledge base. So if you go here, we say agent list, we're gonna pick general bot, that kind of stuff. Later on, we could add another bot that will allow us things to do a little bit more, like to book appointment, that kind of stuff. Makes it easy for us. Let me just go ahead and ask how much is it? How much is thread stack? So this way everything's kind of moving along, moving. Okay, so okay, you see it's actually already baked in and cool. I could click on it. The only thing is it doesn't really show the link like this, but that's fine. This is okay. So we're moving along. We're building the brand. This is what the thread stack kind of looks, and you could see all the details over here. So we're moving along now. Let's keep supercharging the knowledge base. Let's see what agent templates exist. So we got a couple of agent templates over here. We got voice templates when somebody's going to pick up the phone call, and we do have a phone number. We're going to have to set it up real quick too. So we got conversational AI. Let's see what kind of AI agents we got. Dental appointment, HVAC service. That's pretty cool. I'm into HVAC, but I may have some use case for us as well, Bruno, for HVAC. I have some people who may want to have HVAC automation. So let's see. We got a couple of free. We got a couple of that are not free. For example, self-selling voice AI agent in sandwich shop. Okay, review new brewing company, brake repair, security services. I mean, so far so good. Let's just for now, like let's pick the free ones. Categories. Let's do use cases. So what kind of categories we got? We got analytics, data, advertising, use cases, lead qualification, business niche, consultant and services, legal, insurance policy, medical, real estate, spa, pricing, one-time free. We could kind of do that free, right? Just to kind of see what we got. Self-selling Sam. Okay, let's see. We'll click on it. What is that? So we could see over here that it's white label verified, and you could kind of see let prospects call their website and hear tailored demo about their business. Instantly built 100% with native features. Two-agent architecture, no third-party tools. Outcome: turn curiosity into book calls on the first interaction. Your prospect phones in, shares their URL, and immediately gets concise on-brand voice demo using their homepage content. This agent then invites them to book a call. That's pretty dope. I think we could do this. Keep personalized, fast, frictionless. Agent 1 architecture type. So 2 agents, 1 seamless experience. Agent 1 intake and parse, collects business detail and website, scrapes the homepage using native capabilities, normalizes data and transfers to agent 2. Agent 2 greets the caller using their business name, answers questions based on the homepage data, delivers concise demo, and offers a book call. How it works: from URL to value in under 90 seconds. Caller shares URL. Agent 1 confirms and parses the homepage content. Instant hands-off. This is actually pretty dope. We could do this: how to set up, select selling Sam. Okay, so what services? So suggested preview questions. Can you review and introduce my business, etc. How to set it up. Import snapshot to your account. Okay. Select self-selling Sam and add a phone number under phone availability to do the same for demo Danny as well. Select selling Sam, go to agent and update the phone number to transfer under action. Transfer call to demo with demo Danny, etc. etc. Does it only use native? Yes, no external services required. Everything from parsing to memory to booking. I like it. Yeah. Can it book appointments? Yes, both. Agents can route to your native calendars, capture details. And what if the homepage has a very little content? It's okay, whatever. Can we use multiple demos in one call? Absolutely. Okay, get started. Install, launch in minutes, and use the templates into your account. Connect 2 phone numbers to get to get 2 agents and update the transfer action. Pretty dope. Let's see, what do we got? And here's a demo, Danny. How to install? Please install the snapshot first. Okay. Now we got this. Get available slots, book slot, transfer to Sam. This is only visible only to agency and admin users. Okay, etc. etc. So let's see, how do we do this? Self-selling agents, and we quickly set everything up. So basically, try to play around with that, Bruno. Try to set it up, and then test it for. Basically, this is going to be a good thing for us to contact when we start contacting leads directly. You're going to have those 2 agents really kind of collecting your role and scraping it and kind of doing this. So this way we don't really have to build automations for that. We just use it. And try to think of a use case for how we could do it for when we start reaching out to bougie boss moms. For now, I'm not gonna install it, but this is sub account view. But just know this exists. And of course, if you wanted to, let's say, do some paid one for spa services, like I'm just kind of throwing that out there. I know we're not doing this. Starting from $73 one time. So, and this is the spa services. Like depending on what kind of lead we get, some of them maybe it makes sense to do it like custom driven. Some of them could be just this, and we just charge an markup fee for setting it up and just testing it and have everything in one spot. So that's the idea of those agents, which is pretty cool. Now, what do we got? Verified, approved, increase agency revenue, marketplace. So right now we're kind of going to quickly all apps. We're going to go to back to opportunity. No, we're going to go to app marketplace. No, mobile, Google Ads. So this is another thing, Bruno. Let's try to set this up real quick as well to get it up and running. So this way we have Google Ads, Google, Facebook, LinkedIn. Some of that I'll assist in setting it up. So this way you could have pretty much all in one spot. Knowledge base, go to agents, go to AI agents. So we're going here, knowledge base. So we did the thread stack. We still got to kind of include some bunch of content and supercharge it. You have this Freedom Fusion system right here. You have 3 campaigns that you're going to hit them hard with. You're going to hit them hard for TikTok dropshipping. You're going to hit them hard for automations. You're going to hit them hard for thread stack. That's what it's going to be, like little things flying around. Then you're going to get your side hustler who's going to be helping you, side hustler to help Bruno build study guide on a WordPress site, and connect dynamic LLM, right? Connect dynamic LLM. So this way we're going to have that cooking up and running, so you don't really have much to kind of worry about. Then of course, don't forget about operationalizing some of those videos, like for example, thread stack. Sir, I'm talking to you. Set this up as well, so this way everything is nice and cooking. Make sure things are really cooking and like humming along, Bruno, so this way you have like variations in your marketing strategy. Now, what is going on? Like, first of all, where is that bot over here? So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to Freedom Fusion Flip. We're gonna go to Save My Seed. We're gonna see how much is thread stack. How much is thread stack? See if it's already here. Okay, give me a minute. It's gonna check, and it's like, so right now everything's under control, Bruno. You like really have all the pieces in your it's kind of give us a minute to assign you the best person to help you out. It's making it more realistic, it's not just responding right away, it's making it look like human. So there's all sorts of elements kicking in right now. Over here it kind of gave the link, which is cool. You could go in directly to the link. Pretty dope, right? Now, keep something in mind, you have close to 10,000 threads to iterate through when it comes to asking any kind of questions on, can you please tell me anything? So if anything you're stuck, if you're not sure of how to market, Bruno, just kind of remember, at the end of the day, You want to use a question, then say, can you please tell me, and then whatever is the question, and then put threads.com at Freedom Fusion System. Then it's going to give you like, oh, it's going to give you this thread. And then you're going to be like, oh, this is a fire thread. Let me read through it a little bit just so this way I understand. Thread stack helps moms monetize their pets, cats, kids, and dogs. Okay, I help moms make money online, monetize pets, cats, and dogs in their commute. Life life hack. Oh, uh, this is fire. Also I help moms. So you could look at this thread and you'd be like, damn, let me go and take a look, right? And of course you're gonna see this thing pretty much selling our services for us. Now, keep something in mind, Bruno. You need to make sure that you're tracking all that when AI chatbot communicating and talking to all of this. Like in this case, let's say you wanted to pick another thread. Let's say you wanted to pick this thread over here and like affordable monthly access. For example, you could say, oh, this is over here. It shows over here, yo, bougie boss moms, want to learn how to sell products in TikTok shop or how to build your own brand or get connected with brands? I got you. And then you can kind of see this thread and you'll be like, damn, this is a lot of stuff, this explanation, everything in this thing. And you could include that in the knowledge base. You could say, oh, want to resell our automations, right? Like, for example, let's say you found this and you'd be like, damn, this is really relevant to reselling automations. I wanna increase more revenue on that. Let me include this in a knowledge base. Now keep something in mind, knowledge base is not gonna be popping like that when it comes to threads, because it doesn't let you crawl easily like this, like the way we want it to crawl, it doesn't let you. So you may want to just copy that, put it in a knowledge base, and then reference the link itself for a particular thread. So once again, I'm gonna kind of make it easy again for you. This bundle includes content generation, money making saving tools. So let's say this one. So ThreadStack helps monetize whatever, right? And then it has all this other stuff like guides, etc. ThreadSpot socials. So what you could do, you could be like, okay, ThreadStack helps monetize their pets, cats, kids, and dogs, right? Let's say you wanted to include this one over here, like this over here. Let's say you wanted to include this. ThreadStack has stress guide. This helps me. So, for example, let's say you found this threads stress, which is extremely powerful, kind of a part of the guide. It's extremely powerful guide for moms over 40 that is part of ThreadStack. You saw that and you'd be like, damn, I want that. I want to include that. So what you could do, you understand that ThreadStack has thread stress guide. So what you could do is you could go here and you could be like, search for, tell me more about threads stress on threads.com at Freedom Fusion System, like this. And then right now it's kind of going to give you a little something. So thread stack. So right now I kind of thread stress. So over here it's kind of gives you a bunch of stuff, but sometimes it doesn't crawl all the way through. So you may not see more details because threads is not like, it's not like Pinterest that it's scrollable really well. So sometimes you get like something like this, top skills for 2025, which is fine from like, it's not necessarily thread stress, but let's say you got thread stress link going somewhere, like you wrote it down, you seen a fire thread, and you'd be like, damn, this is going to be a fire thing to include. So what you do, you once again, you put it like that, right? You have this one is thread stress. Try to kind of call it like this, thread stress. And now you could say, You could go back into the ChatGPT, right, and do something like this. You could say, search for threats stress for Freedom Fusion System, Fusion System. I heard it's a guide. Show me relevant threads for it. So you could, like, if you're not, so right now it's kind of a boom, 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 and then over here it found lemon. Develop hybrid skills for, and lemon is our social as well. And boom, it found this. Moms over 40, best way to find hybrid skills. You'd be like, damn, this is Freedom Fusion Digital. Oh, that's the feudal incubator Ron Wells was talking about. Which one was that? Oh, it was this one over here. Remember the feudal incubators? Freedom Fusion Digital. Boom. So you find it and you'd be like, okay, that is crazy. Yes, I want to learn that. So what you could do, and look, there's more, right? What you could do, you could take this, like this, and like this, and make it include that as a URL as well. Don't try to think too much, Bruno, on this one. Don't think too much. Sometimes when you will be chasing one thing, you will discover another thing, which is okay, because let's say it's like Christopher Columbus trying to discover America, trying to discover India and discovers America. That's kind of the same thing here. So Freedom Fusion Digital, you want to do it like this as well. Let's say you found a thread. Now what you want to do is you want to quickly operationalize it. So what you want to do, you want to say a couple of things. For example, confirm references relate to thread stack and associated with threads slacker and a 14 days trial. So like this one you already seen, right? So notice how everything is just kind of floating on ChatGPT. But let's say you're trying to find thread stress and you're like, damn, I can't find it. You could kind of click on it, like still the same thing. You could be like, okay, what is that? It's okay if you pick something that it appears to be, as long as it looks fire and you have some fire looking things, Bruno, pointing to it, that's going to be strong enough for us, because there's lots of, just basically pick a thread that you feel is fire and point to it and talk about it and tell ChatGPT like, hey, can you go ahead and create me a thread for this? Can you create me a fire looking thing for Pinterest for this thread? And for example, want to learn for how to sell on TikTok shop, right? So what you could do, now we got a couple of things going on. We got this thread and we got this thread. So we got a couple of things. So this one we got a feudal incubator and we got TikTok shop. For moms over 40. So we kind of got a couple of things. And now, guess what? Now what you want to do, you want to stack those things together. You want to create, like when you start creating those campaigns, remember, right here you're creating a campaign for thread stack. So right, everything over here is thread stack. Like threads, well, no, this one is for Freedom Fusion System, CRM. This one is for TikTok shop. This one for Freedom Fusion Track. This one is for thread stack. So what you want to do, so this way you don't get lost for campaign, what you want to do, you want to put the name of feudal incubator, Freedom Fusion Track, like this. Okay, then over here you're gonna put Freedom Fusion Flip. I know we have Freedom Fusion content as well, but that's for the other part of a TikTok shop. So Freedom Fusion Flip. Okay, so this is fire. So now we're kind of creating that structure. We're humming along, creating that structure. We got a couple of things going on, right? So now, what's the next thing? We're gonna take this thing We could say, want to learn how to sell products. We're gonna take this thread over here and we're gonna put it into a knowledge base. Okay. So we're going here. We're going to knowledge base. We're cooking up the knowledge base. Knowledge base right here. We're gonna create knowledge base, and we got a couple of things going on. We got this thing. We got thread stress, details, and a bunch of other stuff. So we're gonna operationalize this thread stress. Okay. We're gonna operationalize. Remember how far the thing it looked like. So we're gonna include this, and we're gonna say thread stress include threads, and then you put over here. You wanna put thread stress is innovative guide that is part of thread stack, but you want to be using ChatGPT for that, and also reviewing those other threads for help. So this way you don't write this yourself, Bruno, but ask ChatGPT for that. Thread stress is an innovative guide that is part of thread stack, digital power bundle for moms over 40. It helps moms learn how to reduce stress levels and make more progress for their business, and make more progress. So like this, we put that in. Now we're gonna put, if you're gonna take a crawler, let's say if we want to do the crawler, web crawler, and we're gonna do the same thing, web crawler. We're gonna hit all URL with the domains. We're gonna put the domain, right? So we're gonna take this. Now this thing, keeps under mind, this thread is not really super powerful thread. It's I mean it's powerful, but it's not. It doesn't really have a lot of stuff. It just have kind of one thing. But I mean it has some stuff, right? It has some stuff, etc., etc., etc. It has a lot of different things and a lot of kind of information. But it says, and it actually doesn't even mention much about threads. Yeah, so this one, yeah, so let's say we pick something. I want to pick something else, but we'll pick for now this one. So we're gonna pick for now this one just to see if it crawls, okay? So right now we're just kind of fetching this bad boy, fetching the pages, fetching the thread, and probably it's not gonna be able to pick it up because it's dynamic content. As you can see, it didn't pick it up. So how do you solve a problem like this when you can't use threads data, right? So what you do is you could do something like this, like FAQ, or you could do web crawler, right? But instead of putting threads in there, you're gonna put a Gumroad link for thread stress. Now, I don't think I have thread stress on. I don't think so. I don't think I have a Gumroad, but you could easily create a Gumroad and include ChatGPT content from, like, you could literally just go to ChatGPT and say, and copy this content over here, and literally just go like this, like this, like this, and then put everything like this. You copy that and you go to ChatGPT. Can you create knowledge base based on this? So I can paste it into Gumroad for threads stress guide, like this. Perfect. And here it is. Thread strat. You're tired of consistently posting content, juggling, etc., etc. What is thread stack? Thread stack is innovative that helps. What is threads tracker? Posting multiple. So it also covered threads because threads tracker is also part of it, part of thread stack. So inside threads plus tracker, you'll discover this, whatever. So it didn't really talk about threads stress because this was probably a bad kind of thread to do. So we're going to say search for threads stress on threads.com at Freedom Fusion System. Search deeper into it until you find several threads and give me the reference. So right now I'm just kind of increasing the intensity. My latest, so thread stack also include my latest guide. Okay, so now what if I can help you reduce your thread stress? Notice how all of a sudden it was able to come back to me and think deeper. And thread stress is part of thread stack digital power bundle. Now this is the one that you founded. I discovered the stress was the biggest factor of my failures, etc., 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 etc. Beautiful, beautiful. So right here you have a beautiful image that you could just download right now and use that in your brand campaign right away. So right now what you could do, you could open that up and be like, oh damn, I want to use that thread stress in some of the campaigns, right? So remember, when building the campaign, everything has to be strategic. You can't just randomly like find one post and start building the campaign. You want to kind of identify the skeleton structure and pick like for example, there's feudal incubators, there's thread stack, there's individual products for thread stack, and there's individual threads for each product. So over here you could do threads stress like this, and there we go. Threads reduce your threads stress to make more money, right? So now guess what, now you're going to be supercharging this whole thing, supercharging it further with the campaign 4, right? So now the campaign 4, remember, when dealing with things, you want to be kind of focusing on one campaign, finish with thread stack, and make a check of what you're going through. So you covered Pinterest, so you put a check. You covered Google, you put a check, right? You covered YouTube, you got the idea, right? You put the check. So now, of course, when you supercharging this thing, so right now we got this thing, we got in downloads, you could include, you could modify it, rename it to make it easier for yourself, rename it and call it threads stress. Now at that point you're ready to proceed in supercharging and creating the folder organizational structure inside of the Freedom Fusion System CRM. So what is organizational structure? Obviously you want to be updating things into marketing campaign, right? So you want to keep coming back to marketing and hitting the new page, and over here as you can see we got filters, we got different categories, right? We got select categories, we got informative, workshop, thread stack, but thread stress is not here, but we need to control thread stress. So what we do, we kind of look at this is the calendar, right? This is how you look at the calendar. You got some Google review, you got for thread stack Google review coming in, you got to do some more Google to cook it up a bit. So we're moving forward, we're cooking it up, but with thread stress is not here. What do we do? Well, let's hit plus socials, right? So we got community missing, probably gonna have to cook it up, make it good. Then we got plus button, what is that? So it doesn't really come in. What's got feedback? Okay, so we're gonna hit new, and we're gonna, let's see, social planet templates. Let's explore that. So what we got this thing, this old templates, automotive, consulting, and choose template. What kind of, so I think templates is gonna be good for, like, let's say adding a template. We're gonna see how this is gonna be nice. So select socials, let's see, in review, select socials, and then over here we could kind of select all the socials, but this is like pre-configured for whatever it is that we want to do. But let me see, how do I see the template? I don't see the template. Review. Okay, so elevate your online presence with digital marketing service. Drive traffic. So it basically pumped everything up with different thing for us without actually even doing anything, which is pretty dope. Uh, you may want to combine this, Bruno, but also kind of understand that we have our own kind of things. And look, you could include follow up with comments to supercharge it, make it cook it good. So this way, like anytime I do this, this increases SEO a lot faster. So right now I'm gonna exclude that, but I'm assuming that you're gonna come back to it and upload this to select socials. You're gonna upload this thing and just to kind of vary it a little bit. Select socials like this. You may want to review to see how relevant it is. To vary it, you're gonna keep it as is. You're gonna keep it as is, but also kind of just see which one would make sense. You may want to include kind of things like reach more customers and boost your brand visibility today with Freedom Fusion system CRM, system CRM, and thread stack digital power bundle that makes your business fly. So this is a lazy post, but it's okay because like you want to have some variations of a lazy post because it's going to be, you have to understand that it would take so long for us to write all this, but with just one push of a button, it's sort of like baking a cake. You have to mix it up a little bit. Look, this is all insta post, 25 posts, like really cooking things up for us. But you gotta mix it up. Then if you include that, this is Facebook, etc. Then you want to include YouTube, but upload from media library. Now let's go ahead. Now we engaging. Notice how all of those feudal incubators we got here. Definitely what you want to start already including. We're gonna create a couple of folders for you, Bruno. We're gonna create a couple of folders for you. Okay. The first folder, I think it makes total sense for you, is probably will be, let's see, where's the even button to create? Okay, here it is, the plus button. So we're gonna call it Freedom Fusion Flip. We're gonna call it Freedom Fusion Flip. There we go. This way you could kind of have the structure already cooking up. We're gonna call it Threads Stress. Okay, so you kind of have everything in one spot. And of course, Threads Stress is also part of the Threads Stack Digital Power Bundle. We should have probably just placed it in there and kind of make new folder here, but that's fine. So this way you could kind of see all of the products here in one shot. And now we kind of got Thread Stack over here and we got Thread Stress. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna hit upload button and we're gonna include Thread Stress. We're uploading it. Now you got solid campaign. Remember, you cook a couple of those campaigns up, you fly to the moon, Bruno. You fly to the moon. Now keep something in mind. You got reels, story. You're gonna hit them hard. You're gonna hit them hard with reels and story. You gotta variate that. You gotta variate it when you do campaign. You gotta include variations. For example, you're gonna create like one campaign that is gonna hit the feed only, then another campaign that's gonna, like, it's either you take everything like this, what you have now, and kind of put a reel, put a story, put a reel, put a story, right? Kind of mixing it up. That's also okay. The randomness, but but don't forget to do it. At the end of the day, like, as long as you kind of letting people know, hey, whatever, Freedom Fusion system, what is that? And over here, it's going to be kind of easy for you to upload from media library. Now, Freedom Fusion system, what do we have? Do we have Freedom Fusion system? We have Freedom Fusion system. So you could kind of, but do we have anything? Not really. So you need to do a little bit of, homework, Bruno. You need to upload a couple of things. Where are you going to upload that from? You're going to, once again, you have entire Google Drive to upload. It's connected, and what you could do is kind of create. Now you don't want to create any images. We already have everything, but let's see. I'm just gonna try to upload from media library. Okay, one account connected, username Google. I'm just trying to see upload. So here's a Google Drive, my drive, and YouTube. So over here you may be a little confused, like what is that? So it's best for you to kind of transfer that on your computer, see what that is, then kind of upload it. The other way is to once again search on ChatGPT and basically say, hey, can you show me some Freedom Fusion System CRM pictures, videos, dig a little deeper into it, and it's going to come back. It's going to come back. You're going to quickly download it, kind of like the same thing here. But, the first thing we're going to do, Bruno, we're going to remember focus. The focus is the key. Uh, so to continue with our focus, I'm not going to launch this thing. I'm going to just, like for now, I'm just going to kind of remove that campaign, and then we're going to revisit. You're going to hit it hard. You're going to set up some SEO based optimization. You're going to choose categories. We need to add a category. We're going to add threads stress. Okay, let's make it good. Let's make it like the same thing. Boom. Now we got a fire looking thing. You're going to use that really well nicely a bit later. For now, we edit the category. I'm sure it's in database. And then we're gonna remember, we're gonna just delete this thing. Later on, you're gonna revisit this. You're gonna continue hitting it hard. You're gonna continue hitting it hard. You have dynamic content. You have other type of content. You're gonna be hitting it hard. Now, the question is reviews. Don't forget to hit the review for threads stress. Remember, for wherever the campaign is, there gotta be the review, right? So there gotta be a review. For example, campaign one, Google. So you put regular post, then Google review, okay, like this. The same thing here, Google review for every one of those campaigns. Google review, okay? We're doing super good. Everything gonna be cooked nicely. All we gotta do is follow through with it. Now, we're going back to where were we? We are operationalizing threads stress. We uploaded a picture. We found it on threads. Now we need to get that cooked up, the knowledge base. Where are we gonna get the knowledge base? We're going back here. We're gonna look at this thing over here. So right now we got this thing. If you click on it, we got something cooking over here. We got a huge thing, kind of whatever, right? And then it's kind of explain things. Thread stack also includes my latest guide. So right now I'm gonna kind of quickly get out of it. If you see something incomplete or not good, kind of click again, see maybe it's different this time, or click if you don't see an approximately good thread. It's not like a clear or anything. Click this one. This is a story, very good story. So what you do is now you could include this, and this one is kind of how I discovered thread stats reduce stress for for bougie boss moms, right? So what you want to do is this is a content distribution strategy baked in. Notice how it points to ChatGPT and it kind of shows a bunch of stuff. You want to include that as well. But because people are going to be searching for that, they're going to see that and they'll be like, oh, let me go on ChatGPT and search for thread stack and whatever. And that's how they're going to be bringing leads in. Now, it's going to start increasing everything. So now we're kind of gonna hit here. We're quickly expanding further. What if I can help you reduce threads, right? Thread stress. We're gonna go here again. We're gonna click on here. So we got plenty of content here. This is the one where you could say like, look, you could take like this. What if I can help you reduce thread stress? Now you could go here and ChatGPT. Can you create me FAQs for my knowledge base based on this, while referencing all of my threads links, one question per thread. Review threads.com at Freedom Fusion System. More deeper. Now, guess what? Now we're going to get that FAQ. Okay. There we go. Reference. What if I can help you reduce thread stress? Is it feeling overwhelmed when you can? Okay. So where is the link? Be sure to provide the link. Be like, where is the link? Where is the link? Be sure to provide the link for each FAQ. FAQ. I'm going to use that knowledge FAQ in my Freedom Fusion System CRM. Like this. You hit it hard. Let's see. So thread stress. How come I can't click on a link? Why I can't click on a link you didn't share the link? There we go. There we go. Okay? There we go. Now, you take this. You basically, now you're ready to pop that in. Okay? So what you're going to do, don't think too much, Bruno. Simply operationalize the bot. Even if you can't see like exactly the full thread or whatever, just kind of quickly create that, include it. And that's gonna 99% of my threads are high quality, so it's gonna be just like perfect thing to do anyway. But if you wanted to quickly review for quality assurance, that's fine too. But basically just create it like this, and we're going in, we're gonna cook it more. Okay, we're gonna cook it more. We're going here, we're focusing on threads stress campaign. So what are we doing? We're gonna add a new post. No, we're not gonna add a new post. We're putting the knowledge base, threads stress, and then we add source FAQ. Okay. So like here, what is thread stress, and then like this, you want to include that, and you want to remove the number ones or anything like that. What is thread stress? Now what you're going to include is, don't forget to go here, click on it, because this thing is gonna just copy link. Let's see, we're gonna put here. Okay, this one is actually threads tracker, so you may want to review before. So this is a threads tracker. You're gonna review before. This one gave incorrectly, so you kind of wanna be able to kind of. I think you should still see it, oversee it. Otherwise, it may confuse them. So open link. Just kind of quickly check, does it have threat stress? Okay, reduce stress, digital power bundle. So this one is talking about, and some moms say love this, right? So, okay, so this one is definitely good because this is not, you're gonna create a campaign for threats tracker as well. And for now, just kind of quickly create this thing like this. So right now you're gonna quickly go into here, funnel, and like this. Threats for the comes posting count without seeing what film's been stuck. It's being offered as part of threats stack power bundle, or can be purchased separately for now on FUD the price separately on FUD like this. For now I'm just kind of everything is on FUD, Bruno, so everything is purchased on FUD. So just kind of remember that the more we sell, the easier it's going to be for us, the more money we make. So we're going to go here and we're going to now if anybody else want to help us down the road and wanted to do this and include this, then be sure to interview the correct side hustler who can help us do this. Okay, Bruno? And be sure to interview them. How can threat stack reduce my risk? Interview them and show them this video over here. So this way they could do it. They could set up a couple of those campaigns and you're good to go. You just validate just to make sure that they run those campaigns fairly smoothly. And later on we could give them some additional incentives down the road for the more results we see, the better, the more bonuses we could give to them, that kind of stuff. So start thinking about doing that as well, how to structure this for some side hustlers. Meanwhile, what I'll do is, and you see it's a fairly easy exercise, but it's kind of, it's a little time consuming. For more info, see below, right? So you have a lot of threads. See this thread. See this thread. So now we got, let's see, did it hit? I just want to make sure that, okay, that it fully covers. Okay, cool. It covers the URL. I think this is good. This is very good. This is a good way of building a brand, guys. In case if you're struggling to build one, this is the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. And what is threats? How can threats stress reduce? Okay, threats stress. Okay, stress, reduce my stress. Threats stress. Okay, how can threats stress is, it's not a power bundle. Hold on, let me cancel out and just make sure. Knowledge base, threats stress. Okay, how can threat stress reduce my threats? Let's take a look at what we wrote. Threats are, okay. Okay, first of all, it gave something inconsistent over here. Threat stack, it started talking about threat stack versus threat stress. So I managed to catch it, okay? So what you do, you want to kind of modify that and come back and just make sure that it's talking about threat stress. And the best way to do that is kind of keep an eye and like, how can threat stack, how can threats stress reduce my stress? Threats stress is part of a digital power bundle called thread stack, and is designed to simplify your content creation process, streamline workflow, and enhance the engagement across and other socials while reducing stress levels, like this. Now we could kind of see that in how can thread stress reduce my stress, like this. What is thread stress? Thread stress is referred to the overwhelm and frustration that comes from posting content without seeing meaningful engagement or results. It's that feeling of being stuck, and it's being offered as part of thread stack power bundle. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. What are thread stress pills? Those are metaphorical pills representing the knowledge and actionable strategies aimed to reduce overwhelm and increase in productivity. So we're gonna open that, see how good that thread looks like. So it's talking about thread tracker. It's not really talking about thread stress. So this is thread tracker. This is what thread tracker look like. This is also another campaign that we're gonna do as well, Bruno. But for now, this is kind of, this is obviously false positive over here. So this is kind of, right now you're kind of learning what is false positive, why moms are focused on thread stress solutions. So why are the moms the focus? So what results can I expect? What's the difference between the blue pill and red pill? How does reducing stress impact profit? So let's see, we're gonna open that link. So once again, this is all about threads tracker. So notice how this is why you kind of got to open it up, one of them quickly. So are those pills, you could make a correction. Be sure, if you show me the thread, that it talks about threads stress, not just threads tracker. And show me the links. Like this. So you could kind of correct it and see, maybe it will make it better. So right here, what if I could help you reduce stress levels? So right now, let's take a look. We're going to open the link again. Nope. Once again, it's kind of a, not really. Digital to help moms with growing threads. So not really, we're not getting really good results for threads. It's because I think it's really kind of it's not digging deep inside of the threads platform as a whole. That's the reason why we only getting mostly like that kind of stuff. Minimize. Let's open that up again. So yeah, once again, this is really, this is good for threads tracker campaign, Bruno. This is really good for threads tracker campaign if you wanted to do that. But for thread stress, maybe redefine the terms and basically say, let's do this. Can you search deep on threads.com at Freedom Fusion System for threads stress threads? Okay. We're gonna do this. Open it. No, this is mostly thread stress, the thread stack. So you have a lot of stuff for thread stack as well. Like you could include insane threads like this when you start building the campaigns, Bruno. So at the end of the day, you have lots of variation for thread stack, but for some guides you may not have many variations. If you get stuck too much, move on to the next thing. Kind of, you could, for example, focus on knowledge base of thread stack. For example, you could revisit this, and like this is the feudal incubators. You could look at the structure over here. Freedom Fusion Flip workshops, Freedom Fusion track, all of this, like this stuff. This is a fire looking thread. You could include this like this. For example, this is, I know I'm jumping from thread stress into thread stack, but this is a fire thread. Let's jump into it and operationalize it into knowledge base. So what I'll do is I'll quickly take this, and in fact, like this is like this thread is way too fire. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna go in ChatGPT. Can you create FAQ for this thread? Like this. What is Freedom Fusion System? Freedom is an all-in-one SaaS platform, right? So maybe this thread, when you start doing this, you may realize that maybe this is like, no, that's still like a threads tracker. But when you start doing this, you may realize that some threads are more relevant for Freedom Fusion System, while others are for threads tracker, while other ones are for threads stress. What is feudal incubator? So as you can see, can I use Freedom separated from coaching program? Yes, moms can purchase Freedom Fusion system separately or part of feudal incubator. Discounts are available when purchasing the coaching program. What is threads booster? How does Freedom system simplifies leads? So what you could do is, going back to that link that I found, that is a fire thread. If you wanted to operationalize this and you're like, damn, this thread is absolute fire, we can't pass on that, then you want to go back to ChatGPT and you want to find that thread. There's a lot of kind of threads over here. Find this thread over here, and you could say, so this is spending money on expensive storage using Beacon only with one funnel, spending, say, buy all of this from all those tools. The try Freedom Fusion system instead. So if I was you, I'd go with this one because it's promoting Freedom Fusion system, Bruno. And what I would do is I would just go to the ChatGPT, like go to the CRM system, knowledge base, and I know I have like gazillion tabs. What you could do, you could kind of close them all out like this, close them all out, and like this, you could go here and the knowledge base. You'd be like, okay, go on to knowledge base and add a source. But this is going to be the knowledge base for Freedom Fusion system. So existing knowledge base, and you could create a knowledge base for Freedom Fusion system. So this way everything is consistent. Freedom Fusion system. What is it? No, this one is Freedom Fusion system CRM. So what is that? And then what you could do, you could go here and kind of boom, go here, load that up. Like this, and boom. So spending money on ManyChat, say bye-bye to all those extra costs from, or you could just this is a system that is being used by Freedom Fusion system talent agency And this is okay. This is a system that helps moms over 40 and other business owners take control of their leads and convert them into loyal customers. So, like, you could kind of give a quick description and include. So, for example, at a source, what is Freedom Fusion System, CRM, and then over here you could include over here. You could format it, just make it nice, the respond itself. So this way people could quickly kind of understand. So bye-bye to all those from those tools. Try Freedom Fusion System instead. Save money on ManyChat. Comes part of Feudal Incubator or part of your own SaaS system. Book appointment, AI chatbots, email nurturing campaigns. Like the more and more I use Freedom Fusion System CRM, Bruno, the more and more easier I begin understanding like how crazy this system is in terms of all those different things. And you're going to be promoting that, and we're going to be spawning money in parallel while building Feudal Incubators. Quit anytime coaching program and keep Freedom Fusion System, or get Freedom Fusion System separately. Great discount applies when purchased with coaching programs for digital moms. Quit anytime coaching program and keep Freedom Fusion System. So if let's say they quit and they want to be part of the Feudal Incubator, then they could still pay and keep Freedom paid separately at discounted rate. Separately, but at non-discounted rate. Because essentially we don't want to reward anybody for quitting. We want to reward people, and this is the reason why I want to do that. Greater discount applies when purchased with coaching program for digital moms. So this is requires a little bit of thinking, email nurturing, but majority of it does require kind of understanding, just going through this onboarding video like this and watching this. So this way you could kind of quickly understand all of this. And now what we're going to do, we're going to include the actual okay, we're going to include this thread. Boom. Okay, now we're going to save. What is Freedom Fusion System? CRM, and we're going to put the knowledge base, and we're going to supercharge the bot. We're going to go here, and we go on general support bot training, and then we're going to include boom, boom, we all set. So those couple of bot trainings need to be done. Relevant threads need to be included. So let's go ahead and kind of quickly, we'll navigate to Freedom Fusion Flip. We'll open this thing up, and I will quickly say, okay, what is Freedom Fusion System CRM? Like this. So we're doing good. Okay, and beautiful, beautiful. You see that? So basically, what I need is all of these threads that we have, Bruno, supercharged to the best of your ability. Supercharged, and of course, when people come in, they go here, they go here, they go here. They'll be like, yo, um, by the way, what's your name? So now, what is threads stress? Like this. Like this, and let's take a look. What is going on? Quickly, everything is supercharged. So obviously, there's a lot of kind of things still needs to be done, Bruno, but this was thread stress is the overwhelm from posting content without seeing results. It's included in thread stack to help simplify content. What's your name, by the way? So uh, let's see, what is the knowledge base for thread stress? So try to populate it with thread stress with separate with couple of how can I how can thread stress reduce my stress? So we could do this. Okay. How can thread stress reduce my stress? Like this. So it didn't really come back with a solid thread this time. So maybe like this. Yep. So for more info, see link below. So maybe we need to shorten the links, but probably to make it so this way we could kind of see and track them, we may need to think about that. But for now, I'm just kind of including regular thread. So how can thread stress reduce my stress? So let's do this. So now I think we pretty much kind of got this covered. Now for thread stack, what you could do, like for example, let's say you wanted to download this thing and you're like, damn, this is fire. You could include like this, rename it, and threads stack like this. Stack, rename, threads, stack. Okay, like this. Now you could go ahead and upload this onto here. So we go here, marketing, and new post, create new post. Then we're gonna include this like this, upload from media library, and then threads stack. So as you're doing that, you're just kind of uploading those things. Boom, you upload it, file type not allowed. So I guess it needs to be another type, not MP4. So you may want to convert that into MP4 format. Not MP4, but some other format. So let's see. Oh, Google Drive. Okay. So actually, you have access to Google Drive over here, Google Drive, and you could technically oh, okay, I see what's going on. Yeah, yeah. This is only for Google socials. This is like, yeah, Google doesn't like videos. I mean, yeah. So what you want to do is you want to put post like this, and let's say you wanted to include, yeah, let's say you wanted to include test, then YouTube options, test, and you wanted to include shirt, and then you wanted to include public, and test, then hello. You wanted to do that with a post follow-up, just be sure to include hello. Now what you want to do is Google Drive, now YouTube. As you can see, there's a bunch of stuff from YouTube, but also from your computer that thread stress my media. So you go, I mean, thread stack like this. You go here and you upload here from thread stack like this. Boom, it's uploaded. Now what you could do, you could hit it hard. You could, let's see. Now you have kind of everything organized. Thread stack. Boom. There we go. Right? So now you could put something like keep going, bougie boss moms. Marketing doesn't need to be complicated. With thread stack by your side, your lock is just around the corner. Jump into our Freedom Fusion Flip workshop, and then this is what you want to include. You kind of want to have your workshop up and running, and you could do it like this. If you go here, buy that link, like this, varied between different ones, so this way you have everything you need. So like this, Freedom Fusion Flip workshop, okay, so Freedom Fusion Flip workshop, thread stack skill for moms over 40. So over here you could put like free workshop, and over here you could put thread stack and generate and insert link. So like this, YouTube options, thread stack digital power bundle. Thread stack is register for Freedom Fusion Flip workshop to learn more and discover threads stacking stack. So something like this. Public, you want to include that. Yo, psst, jump in, register for it. It's every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So you hit it like that, hit it hard, keep going, bougie moms, like that, right? So you hit it. Now you could add that on Pinterest like this, and Pinterest is gonna be like this. Psst, I got a fire workshop for Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern every Saturday for luxury bougie boss moms over 40. And then over here you include a link like this. So you could kind of vary it between your one workshop or another workshop. Essentially, you have a couple of links for your Freedom Fusion Flip workshop. You have this one, which is your main one, Freedom Fusion Flip main workshop. So this is where you want to funnel some of the posts. And of course, you want to hit it hard. You want to hit it hard across like Pinterest. You want to put it on TikTok. On TikTok like that, the same thing. You could modify it as well for TikTok and include comment, disclose content. You could kind of include, make sure there's no spaces. Select a board. That's what thread stack. There's multiple boards you want to pick. You want to focus on thread stack. But that's how we create the brands and make it like relevant boards. So it's gonna hit it on TikTok. You want to select the category. You want to pick thread stack. Okay, search tags. And if you don't see category, you definitely got to create it and vary it. Keep varying. This is customize it for each channel. So now, like you could over here include this. Then over here, I got you. You make sure like you customize it for each channel. But some of this like it changes it, but this part is not. It's pretty good. But just make sure you use a keyword, SEO keywords for this part. Keep going. Marketing doesn't need to be with thread stack by your side. Your luck is just around the corner. Discover how to build your entire luxury pet brand with thread stack digital power bundle. So join into our Freedom Fusion Flip workshops to discover more. And right now we're gonna kind of hit it like this again. We're gonna include Freedom Fusion System. This is going on Insta. So all of a sudden we got more. I got you. Join on workshop is every Saturday. Workshop is every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern, like this. Now you want to hit it hard from this perspective. Like you make sure you could literally just tell ChatGPT to provide different variations. The more variations you provide, the easier it's going to be, because then it's going to be just, it's going to optimize. Google is going to push it through. Here's a warning. Caution, Instagram posts with single video will be shared as reel. That's fine. We're going to put that through. I got you, bougie boss moms. Join the workshop like this, right? So you want to be really on top of the game, like really making it cooked. Now you want to include Facebook as well, and of course you want to include like this, and you want to include variations. So you want to go to ChatGPT. Can you make me description for this SEO friendly one for YouTube, interest, TikTok, Pinterest, Pinterest, and let's see, we're gonna hit it hard, and we're gonna, there we go, the suggestion, keep going, Buji. Okay, there we go. This is title suggestion. There we go. For each platform, and separated. Okay, absolutely. So here's a YouTube. Okay, like this. And you go in here, like this. Okay, like this, like this, like this, like this, and Okay, so now we quickly hit it here. We're gonna put hashtags, boom, boom, and we're going here. We're going here, like this. Now we are moving on the next one, Pinterest. So we're going here. Okay, so we hit it like this, Pinterest, and like this. Okay, like this. You're gonna TikTok is good like that. This one we're gonna see like this. Boom. So we kind of pre-cook everything. We pre-cook everything like this, and like this. Now we're gonna follow up, follow up, follow up. What else do we have? We got this one, and we're gonna add one more, LinkedIn. So we got it good, we got it good. And then Facebook, we're gonna put on story. Keep going, bougie boss moms. Feel free to register for workshop. So this is how you essentially want to be promoting this, and then basically include it like this. Can you do one? Can you do one for Facebook? Okay. So basically that's all you gotta do. You gotta set up a couple of them, and then later on you're gonna be recurring them, doing this on a recurring basis. So this way you don't have to do it all the time. But like this, you hit it kind of like this. Okay, let's see. It doesn't allow me to. I think it got stuck. I don't know why. Let me see. We'll exclude Facebook for now. We need to revisit that, see why. But let me see again. Facebook test. Okay, there we go. It's available now. Boom. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So I think we're good to go. Can we include things in here? Yes, we could actually include as images over here. Upload from a media library, and you want to do thread stack like this, like this. No, error found. Facebook, Business, LinkedIn, and TikTok doesn't support media multi. You can only submit images or video or GIF in a single request. Okay, so you could do save for later, and right now you could do like this. Remember, you got this categories, and you want to include threads stack mastery for Freedom Fusion Flip. We're going to include content type, status, published, approval status, all categories, threads stack. Okay, so we got everything is in drafts. Remember how it was saved for later, right? So this way you could always kind of come back over here and you'd be like, okay, you know what? This one is, I want to do this on a recurring basis, right? So you could set it up, you could hit it on a recurring basis, right? If you like this, you could do it on a recurring basis. Just control the flow, Bruno, because you don't want to get overwhelmed with so many leads that you're going to be like, oh my God. So control the money flow. It's all organic thing, but don't overdo it too much. But kind of like if you want to see me posting one right now, what you do is, once again, go to filter. Like, let's say we're gonna do the YouTube one, right? We're gonna do the YouTube one and we're gonna post it. So we're gonna edit post, and we're gonna do like this: post, and do schedule recurring posts. Schedule recurring posts. And we do it like repeat every 3 days. And we're gonna do it at 8:50. Let's do 8:50, 55. Okay, I guess 8:55 is the earliest one. And we're gonna do this until 29, like this. And we're gonna do it repeat every 5 days, for example. So this way it's gonna be like, okay, boom, schedule post. Now we got the social planner. If you go over here, we got socials, and we got the planner, and we got everything shown in one spot, including that cat. So the cat is right here, is being scheduled. So this is the framework that you want to use. Don't forget, you want to do this for set up those campaigns kind of for yourself and control them. If you're gonna have side hustler help you, make sure that you oversee what they set up, right? So this way it's kind of cooking things up here and there. It's cooking it up and kind of blasting it. Now, to make it easier, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Wix, content, and kind of, you could say the recurring ones, and you could kind of pick the ones that are ready, that are pretty much ready to be cooked up. Categories. This is why it's important to have everything in categories. Notice how I'm constantly coming back. And this one, let's say you want it to be like, okay, you know what? I want to hit this one, because when it's already published, can you preview? Can you preview like this? Yes, you could preview on the Pinterest site. This is what it looks like. And you could visit the site. But let's say, can you clone that? Clone that and do that again. And of course, you could clone that and post it again to kind of let everybody know, but do it maybe at a later time. Schedule recurrent post, or you could schedule post. Let's say you wanted to do this, I don't know, on the 12th, and you could kind of schedule that. Schedule post, best time to post between this one and 8, and kind of tells you already best time to post because it tracks everything. So I'm gonna pick this one, schedule post, like this. So this way you kind of have things going on, but it gives you the control, and of course it gives you the flexibility to kind of play by your own rules. Now over here, I'm just gonna go ahead and include kind of a edit post. Over here there's a content. It kind of doesn't stick out, so you can include some other kind of thread stack from media library, and you have a lot of things to pick from the actual library. So try to populate library as much as possible, and do so while kind of gradually populating the knowledge base. So because if you just kind of do it like this, like here's a thread stack, and let's say you wanted to post that now, you can, but it's already kind of scheduled. In case if you forget, that's kind of fine, but try to kind of use those buttons over here, the native features, especially the book one. Once we figure that out, how to make the booking work, then it's going to be pretty cool. So now if I was to post this now, let's just say post it now again, and I'm going to take a look and see how that looks like. So if I kind of schedule post, I could see on our filters, I could kind of see what has been posted. what has not, status. I could kind of remove all of that over here and see what was posted. So this one was posted here, and I could be like, okay, can I see the preview link? Oh, yeah, I could see the preview link. This is pretty cool. Jump into Freedom Fusion Flip Workshop. Oh, okay, that is kind of crazy. That's good. It's here, it's available. That's really good. Yeah, I kind of want to learn that. Ooh, there's other variations of workshops. So keep adding variations because otherwise Google is going to think it's a spam if you don't include variations. So that's why you kind of want to mix the campaign a bit up. You want to mix it up. And then also like select all, and then you could do scheduled, for example. Scheduled and scheduled like this, recurrent post, or we could put drafts. For example, you chose drafts, you choose this one, and then you'll be like, oh, okay, I think I want to do this one. I want to upload this one. Okay, just now, I'm going to go ahead and edit this post. And I think I'm just going to, on a recurring basis, schedule recurring post. I'm going to do this on until 29. I'm going to do this repeat every 5 days. At let's do 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Let's do 6 or let's do 9:01. Let's do 9:01 p.m. And we're gonna schedule that post. So now we got that campaign up and running. We got all of those things going, and it's kind of happening. Now, the draft, so you could kind of get really good with switching across, get really good with kind of filters and all that other stuff, get really good with kind of looking at the calendar to see how well everything is mixed. And remember, at the end of the day, always kind of use the categories and keep coming back. So once again, we're gonna put that in draft. So if you wanted to supercharge the campaign, you'd be like, okay, I got some things in drafts. Let me go ahead and put things on Pinterest. I think I'm ready to operationalize Pinterest. So you'd be like, okay, edit that, and let me go ahead and put that on recurring basis. So I'm gonna go ahead, schedule recurring post, and gonna put again 29, right? The 29, and once again it's gonna be like 9:15 for example. 9:15 p.m. schedule post, done. So this way it's kind of happening. You have those variations taking place. The more things you add, the easier it's going to be. Once again, you go in here, planner, you supercharge this thing again, filters, status. If you want, you could open it up like a separate tab and get things up and running. Here we got LinkedIn. LinkedIn is powerful beast. It can really bring some dividends. So let's schedule this thing on some different time. Schedule and recurrent posts. Try to do it different time because like maybe you want to do it like 2 times per day, but do it on different time, like to mix it up, because this way Google likes when it's multiple things and not all in the same URL. So you could do something like 10:03 p.m. and repeat every 4 days to variate it like this. Okay, so you kind of want to set it up and keep it going. You could always cancel that, but have the solid army of the requests constantly taking place. Have a constant flow, influx of different types of statistics. So right now I'm almost finalizing guys up, and what I'm gonna do is show you, like, the idea is if you could set everything up in one spot, it's not going to be good for you because then Google is going to see that it's all in one spot. You want to kind of vary it a little bit in different spots. I hope that makes sense, guys. I hope that makes sense. And of course, what you could do, you could like remove this thing and once again do schedule recurring post like this, and do it every 4 days, and do it like, let's say at 11:05 p.m. So boom, you hit it again, 29, you hit it again. And ideally you want to kind of set the campaign a little short and then see, then test and see, but I'm kind of doing it a little bit further. But still that's fine, but ideally you should be controlling the campaign and kind of scheduling it not too far away, so this way you could get the results and see the results. So now we could kind of see what is going on. Again, we're taking a look at all of those things. So X, we may want to take a look at X at some point. I think it kind of escaped from us. Settings, Freedom Fusion System, settings, location, back, planner, and once again we hit add. If you could do it from the one without actually revisiting and just do it all in one shot, that will probably be easier. But if you can't do it and you want to control the flow, then you could do it this way. But over here I'm just going to kind of post it now, and we're going to post recurring schedule recurring, and we're going to do it 6 times a week, and we're going to do it 9:06 p.m. and I think we're good to go. Now the question is, did we post on YouTube? We're going to find out. We're going to go to YouTube. We're going to click. We are opening up YouTube. We're going to see something. View your channel. So kind of things are happening. Shirts. So boom, we got a shirt. Now this shirt is not going to be the most popular shirt. Like let's say this one, 466 views. But it will be. All right, guys, so I think I'm gonna finalize. That's it. That's all I wanted to show. Hopefully this was informative, and you know what to do. You know what to do, and I'm heading out, guys.